Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for your patience. I appreciate it. How is everyone doing tonight? I hope you're all doing great today. Thanks so much for taking the time out of your amazing weekend to join me. Um, so, tonight I have an announcement that I'll get into in a minute. But first of all, I thought I'd give you guys a little incentive for coming out tonight. So if you weren't here already and you're a flight simmer, please get in the Rex giveaway if you're a P3D user. If you're a P3D user, Rex has provided me a giveaway bundle for you guys. So at the end of the stream, I'm going to draw that. So feel free to get in it. All you have to do is type exclamation Rex and you'll get entered, and it's awesome. So there you go. So we're gonna get into the TBM here, and we're gonna do something kind of fun. I think you guys will like it. Let me close the door here. Let me do a quick roll call though, really quick. Let me do a quick roll call. Captain Duh, hello. I'm surprised you're not banned yet, Captain Duh. But for those of you that don't know, Captain Duh has like been in and out of here multiple times, but he's learning. So we're keeping him around for now. I do appreciate that you are doing your best. DSRT FX, hope you're well. Thanks so much. John Fezza, Mr. Fezza, how are you? Hope you're well. What's up, Nate? How are you? Asabi Pokemon, hello. Darkbolts 219, Sim Flyer Brazil 1, hello. Wayne, hello. J4421, welcome. Thanks so much. Potato, hello. Wolf6, I'm good, thanks. Hope you're well too. Thanks so much for the good evening. Simfly Aviation, thank you so much. Astrocat Free Tag, thank you for joining us. I appreciate it. Hope you're well. Turner Game, how are you? What's up? Ruthless Terror. I just want to say really quick, I see all the intro comments. I really appreciate that. I mean, that's not the announcement. We've had this intro for a while, although I understand like a lot of people miss notifications and can't jump in right away. So I understand like why some people don't see it. So it's all good. But thank you so much.
Alberto,
I'll get
what
to
are
that
you
resub in
doing,
just a
bro?
second.
Why are
Christian
you following
H727,
me?
hello. How
Love
are
the
you?
stream. Keep up the good work.
Wolf6, thank you so much for the 10 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let me see if I missed anyone else. Let me see if I'm Envoy Air 3492. Hello. Hope you're well. I fly planes kind of. So do I. Honestly, I fly planes kind of. I feel like your name is my life. That's how
Alberto,
I feel too.
what are you doing,
Thanks so
bro?
much.
Why are you
Um
following me?
okay, I think that's it. Let me scroll back down. Sea Dog, if I missed you, hello. Fake Flyer, hello. Fly DC Jets. Hello. Dark Bolt, I'm pretty good, thanks. Simflyer, pretty good, thank you. Um, by the way, John, that's a pretty cool TBM emote. I guess that's Brett Sand's new emote that he may have been talking about and I didn't understand. Sea Dog, thanks for gifting a sub to John. John, enjoy the emotes. Courtesy of Sea Dog. Thank you so much for the gift sub, Sea Dog. I really appreciate it. Kushan, hello. All right, so let's get into a TBM. So I need, I always take the yoke out so I can see. And then it makes life a lot easier. It's a lot easier to hit the parking brake if you can see it. Otherwise, you kind of got to do this. And that's, I mean, it's a pretty plane, but it doesn't exactly work as I intend. So, oh, Buffake, sorry I missed you. Hello, hope you're well. By the way, let me know if at any time there's any volume problems. I'll try and fix it quickly, but I did check, so hopefully Windows cooperates with me today. That would be nice. I would greatly appreciate if Windows cooperated with me, but I know Murphy's Law likes to get to me. I don't want to be subbed to this non-wholesome streamer. Yeah, Christian. The thing is, though, is I kind of like the way the TBM parking brake works because it's so different because you actually have to like it's different because it's not just like click the parking brake. You actually have to like depress the parking brake and then I don't know. I just kind of think it's fun. Sigvaldison, hello. It's good evening to you too. Thanks so much. All right. So let's get the TBM is kind of quiet when
Oral warning, okay.
all right, I need to turn my volume up because it's probably way louder for you guys than it is for me. I need to be able to tell. I need to be able to tell. Give me a sec. Was that like really loud? I feel like it was, right? I'm guessing. I'm just assuming it was loud as hell. Maybe it was okay. All right. I'm assuming you're talking about honeycomb, but I don't know. Oh, it's quiet. Okay, it looked loud on my scale, so that's why I was asking. That's why I was asking. All right. So hit the button on the G1000 there. It's a nice Fox sound. John, the Fox mounts don't make noise. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Yeah, the honeycomb was at Flight Sim Expo, but I only got like 2 minutes with it, and I'm waiting for a review unit still. They said they were gonna send one to me, but I haven't gotten an email yet, so I don't know if they just like are busy, or if like email remains a terrible form of communication, which I don't know about you guys, but email is like a terrible form of communication. It's so easy to open an email and not even remember you read it or reply to it. I feel like, you know, like you open the email and someone comes up to you and you're like, yeah, what's up? And then you just like click back and then it's like, oh, well, I read it. You know, it's fine. I didn't reply to it. So that's I feel like that's what happens all the time. Debated my honeycomb now. Hey, John, I'm okay with it, man. Yeah, the honeycomb verdict is kind of weird. Like some people say it's good and some people really don't like the detent on it. Some people say it's like I just don't really have a personal opinion because I haven't done like any actual simming with it yet. I literally just felt it for like a minute because the booth was like one of the busiest booths in the entire. There were a lot of really interesting booths. Like I won't go too much into this right now. Like I've talked about it, but basically like there was even a 6DOF setup, and it was still less packed than the Scholarkey sim, the A320 sim, and the honeycomb booth. Like they were both like inundated all the time. So, anyways, so that was definitely a thing. Yeah, Potato, the pre-orders, are you sure they're not just sold out? Because the pre-orders they might just be sold out. They might have only like allocated so many units. What's up, Drags? So I'll be drawing it at the end of the stream, but as long as you're following and you answered, you're eligible. So you don't have to like necessarily like listen in for like a trivia question or something. I'm just doing that because I know that like people have lives and stuff, and I, you know, want to make that easy for you. What's up, Serious Gamer? What's up, Sky West? No worries. All right, let me see where I'm at here. Wait a second. Chat, why is my map moving by itself? Chat. What's happening? I think my TBM is possessed. Please explain this phenomenon to me. Why is my TBM possessed? What did I do? I just turned it on. The map is moving on its own, I swear. I'm not doing anything. Not doing anything. All right. It's actually not moving on its own. Oh my god, am I really muted? Wow, I prepped everything except the sources. That's hilarious. Can I get a chilly audio? That's professional streaming right there. Okay, one sec. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Okay. So, I went to Flight Sim Expo and I went around the booths, and I know you guys like people say like, "Chili, why don't you do GA? Why don't you do GA?" And I thought about it and I thought like, why don't I? And I thought, well, you know what? I think part of it is because fiddling with a Garmin, like with my scroll wheel, is really annoying. Do you guys know what I mean? Like, like doing this, right? Like, coming, like, imagine this is like what I was doing before, right? Like, this is just not like this doesn't do it for me. Like, when you're in an airliner, it's just kind of like whatever. Like, you do a couple things and you're done, right? So I was like, let's try and get something out of this. Oh, a potato. I'll explain the audio panel in a minute. If you guys are wondering why it's like not in between the units. So I thought let's try and do something. So I talked to RealSimGear and they were like, yeah, well sure, we'll send you a unit and yeah, sure, no worries. So it took a while because they were back ordered. The Real Sim Gear booth at the show was really popular, so they took some time to get more units to send out. But it got sent out last week, and I just got it yesterday. The audio panel, I'll explain what's going on. So there's a couple little like caveats right now. First of all, basically what's supposed to happen, I'll try to explain. What's supposed to happen is these, I don't know if you can see it, but these stands are a little bit different, like height from each other. So I don't know if like, I think like these are accidentally the wrong size. Like one is smaller than the other. Like they either this one should be smaller too, or this one should be taller. The reason that the audio panel is not in the middle is because what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to screw the middle panel, like this audio panel here, is supposed to scroll in or screw in to a plate between these, like in the picture. Like if you look on Real SimGear's website, like if you guys like, I'll just show you really quick. It's supposed to look like this. And I'm not faulting them for this at all. It's probably like a total accident. Like they're like I said, they're like shipping out units like crazy right now because they got so many people at the booth and stuff. So I'll try to show you like what's supposed to happen. And it took me a long time to figure out what was wrong. Um, yeah, serious gamer. It might have been they might have just sent me like the mounts for like individual. So the suite is a PFD and MFD, right? So it's both of these, right? Obviously. But if they're not the same size, then this middle piece, which is what the audio panel for, doesn't go in it. So what I've done temporarily, I'm gonna like talk to them and like get it fixed. Because like I just got it yesterday, so I didn't want to like delay this even more for like such a minute reason, in my opinion. Like it doesn't really affect overall the functionality. So yeah, I need to get like another stand that like matches the other one so that they work correctly. Like I can put this in the middle like it's supposed to. The second thing is apparently you're supposed to use 2 USB cables for each display. And so they're like these special right angle like USB-B cables because of the way that the back panel is designed. So I'm getting like, and they only came with one each, which is okay. Like most of the functions work on one USB cable, but some of the like bottom buttons, like I think it's like the bottom half. Like if you look at this, like the bottom half, like some of these you'll see like they don't do anything, but like these work. So I think what happens is they design the board so that like some of the buttons are tied to like one USB port or something. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I just need to I got 2 cables. I just bought they're cheap, like, I don't care. I just need to have those cables come so that all these buttons will work. So you'll still see a little bit of clicking because I don't have, like, 2 cables for each. I don't have 2 cables for each of these right now because there was only 1 of each. And I think that's just because of, like, um, how it was sent, which is totally fine, not a big deal. So that's just like I just wanted to make sure that that was like obvious or like clear, so you guys weren't confused. Like, why am I not like only using the unit? But like on Monday, I'll get the cables, and then it won't really matter. Also, to be honest, the audio panel, like yeah, you guys are right, like it's supposed to go in between, but as far as I know, like the amount of stuff you actually use the audio panel for in like a simulator is kind of minute, because really what you would, as far as I understand, like audio panels are for stuff just like switching, it's like switching to audio devices in the real airplane. But it's not like you I mean, like I'm gonna leave it here. Like it's sick. Like the lighting on this thing is sick. Like I'm gonna, leave it here. But overall, like I might rebind some buttons or something, but it's not really like super essential. Like the main thing is the displays. So yeah, there's actually something else to go along with this announcement about the G1000. I'm gonna answer your question. So the question was, let me get a GPU in here. So your question was, do I get to keep it? Yeah, this is not a trial unit. Like I'm not sending this back. Don't spill your water. Yeah, no, I'm being careful. I'm being careful. Like I'm not gonna have anything without lids near my desk with these on, because that would be tragic as hell. Um, yeah, so I was really excited. That's why I said like I'm excited about it. So big shout outs to RealSimGear for that. I'm like kind of still amazed that it happened, honestly. Like I wasn't even expecting to get a G1000. I really was going in hoping to get just like maybe a GTN 750 or something like that, because like that would still be really cool, because I would use the GTN 750, in both sims or whatever. Like cool, right? Like still be really cool, but yeah, they seemed really interested in working together, so it just kind of went really far. So the other part to this, besides the G1000, is that I wanted to kind of do something with this. You guys know that True Earth Washington came out recently, so I wanted to kind of put together like a GA tour for this. So there was kind of more of like a set out, like let's fly to these airports and stuff. So we're gonna start like in True Earth Washington for this tour, and then we're gonna kind of like expand out. And I'm not showing like all the locations right now, but I'll show like some of the ones that I came up with. For now, like I said, I wanted to show True Earth Washington more, and then I plan to probably just like go to like south or east or whatever. I also thought maybe like subscribers, like in the Aviator Crew Discord channel, like I thought maybe you guys want to like suggest like good GA airports based on like the last um on like the last based on like the last place that we were, right? I thought that maybe that would be a really cool thing to do, because like I don't know, like this is really weird. Like I've always thought about like doing sub flight requests, and like I'm not really privy to that, but I thought maybe like suggestions from subs would be kind of cool too. Like I may or may not take it, but like you can kind of put your 2 cents in. Yeah, so Christian, so thanks for reminding me to talk about that. My brain's kind of all over the place. So I'm using Pearson Field, which obviously has been out for a while now. But I'm also gonna be, so on this tour is Anacortes. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. It's Anacortes and Darrington, I think. Those are the 2 ones that they announced. There's also another airport that's on this tour list right here that is actually unreleased. It's actually unreleased, and I don't think anyone has streamed it before, but I could be wrong. And yeah, it's unreleased though. It's like Orbex Airport. It's in beta. It's unreleased. Tab, feel free to DM me. All right, if that's okay. I might forget otherwise. I'll sub on Monday, Mr. Willie. Captain Duh, you don't have to sub. Fly DC Jets. Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's very true, Fly DC Jets. I'll have to see what happens when I get the other USB cables, because I think that's what makes this work too. I think that the second USB cable, this audio panel plugs in. This audio panel plugs into the back. You see this like a rainbow cable? It plugs into the back of this. I think that's what makes this work. So it's just like lit up right now. Because I need the other two cables, but they'll come Monday, so I'm not worried about that. So yeah, that's kind of my idea. I thought we'd like do like a tour using my maps. It's the GA squared tours, if that's not weird to call it. So we'll get into it now, but I hope you guys hope it was enough. I hope I didn't overdo it as far as build up or anything. Tried to you know, not be like, oh my god, energy drink. You know, it's so good. All Dog 2258, how are you? I have a 7-port USB hub that you can't see. And then my motherboard has like 5. I'm using like 12. I think I'm using 10 or 11 ports right now. Yeah, it's a lot because the G1000. I'm gonna use more too because I'm gonna use those once the USB-B cables come. I'm gonna use I have to plug in the other 2 ports. Yeah, USB hubs kind of become really essential as a streamer because you just run out. Like you just run out of ports. It just kind of happens. So yeah, so we'll get into it. Oh, it's all good, Captain. No worries. You guys should never feel like you have to sub. I really, honestly, like I say that and it's kind of cliche, but I really do mean it. Like, I don't expect you to do that. But I just like I appreciate your guys's like company and you know all that stuff. I really do. Like that's really all it is. You know, anything else is a bonus to me. First seen on Chili. Sea Dog, thanks for gifting a sub to Captain Duh. I guess you don't have to, Captain Duh. It's a Twitch baby 9-month resub. Hey Jesse, thanks so much for the kind words, Jesse. Sorry I missed you. If I missed anyone, just feel free to pipe in and let me know. Like I said, I'll say this again one more time before I get into it. We're doing a Rex giveaway, so if you're a prepared user and you don't have the Rex items or one of those you've been looking to get, feel free to enter, and I'm going to draw it at the end of the stream. You just have to follow the simple guidelines that are in that command. So following, no duplicate accounts. I do check. I've had someone try to enter with the second account that they just created, and I did ban the person, so do not do that. I'm not saying you guys would do it, but I know it happens, so I'm just being forefront with that now. And you have to give me an email because I'm pretty sure one of the rec staff will give you the keys. Drail03, hello, welcome, appreciate it. Austin Wilkins, hello, thanks so much for the 4 months. Hope you're doing well. By the way, guys, one more thing about if you're new here and you're here for the giveaway, I totally understand that. I'm not offended. I hope that you enter. I hope you enjoy the stream. If you are interested, though, feel free to join our Discord community. It's free, and we have 384 kilobits partnered voice channels. So if you guys didn't hear, Discord just upgraded partnered servers to 384. So all the channels are 384. So if you just want to chat with someone and you want to have like super high quality, just pop into the voice channel. Just pop into the voice channel. Chili is offended. Yeah. Seat back pocket. What's up? Thanks so much for the 6 months, Jason. I appreciate it so much. I hope you're well. Krusty. I know, darn it.
Umberto,
I'm flooding
what
my
are you
engine.
doing,
I
bro?
probably
Why
should
are you
just
following me?
start from square one. I just wanted to be
pop into the
flashy.
voice channel.
Just pop into the voice channel. Jesse, thanks for 17 months. I appreciate it. Drail, I got you in Discord too. Yeah, guys, I'm learning the TBM still. You know this. I don't claim to be an expert on it yet. I do really like it. I do really like it. I'm just gonna do this from square one just to make this smoother. I just wanted to be flashy. Okay. So we'll take all that stuff off. I'm triggered, Krusty. Guys, Krusty is a real pilot, so of course he's triggered. Of course he's triggered. Real pilots, man, they're hard to please. What can I say? All right. Drag the crash bar up again. I need this. There we go. Abusing a PT6 should be punishable. Well, Krusty, there's a lot of things on Twitch that are not punishable by bans apparently now, so I'm not going to go into it, but I think you know what I mean. 777, hello. How you doing, Cole? Oh, really, Jesse? Are you talking about in
Oral warning, okay.
MLM? Oh, I think I know what you mean. I think I know what you're talking about now. I think I saw something about it. What's up, Storm? How are you? What's going on? Yeah, who dis? Superdome? Yeah, no, I've heard of it. I think
Umberto,
I know.
what
Speezy
are you
25.
doing, bro? Why are you following
How are
me?
you? Oh, by the way, Speezy, is it Spizy or Speezy? Because I forgot, so I apologize for that.
Okay.
But let me know if that's like completely, if I said it completely incorrectly. It is Speezy? Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to make sure. It's just one of those things where it's like, phonetically, it can be hard to tell, you know? So yeah, I was joking when I said the display was changing itself. I was changing it, but I thought it was a funny way to do it. Thought it was cool. What's up, Peter Hoover? Hello. Freight Dog? No, I actually have no clue. Like they said soon TM, but I don't know. I didn't get a date when I asked them. They're probably still like getting production units out. But yeah, Peter, hope you're well, dude. All right. Yeah, the one of the best things though about this probably, honestly, like obviously autopilot's like super helpful, but like autopilot buttons and stuff. But like not scrolling headings and stuff like that is just like blissful. What's up, Hawk? How are you? What's up, M9? How are you? It's good to see you. M9 actually knew. There was a few people that did know, because if you guys don't know M9 Aviation, so he's gonna make fun of me for like how little I know about this airplane compared to him. So M9 actually builds like TBM panels. Like he built the TBM panel that was on display at Flight Sim Expo, and he streams with TBM panels. So if you guys want to see an actual TBM expert, you can give M9 Aviation a follow. Like I mean that. Like he's kind of crazy at it. Like I don't even know like how you can learn a GA plane that much, but he does. But yeah, so if you want to see like the TBM panels, but RealSimGear is actually planning to do them. As far as I'm aware, that's still the case. So if you guys love the TBM, like keep an eye out for that. I'll try and let you know like when that happens, so you can like if they do pre-orders or like whatever happens. But yeah. Well, M9, I mean, if you can make panels for a plane, I feel like that makes you an expert compared to most people, because the TBM is hard to be an expert on to begin with. Oh, okay, it is. All right. Yeah, I haven't checked that for a bit. And I wasn't sure like how close it was. I figured it would be like fall or winter because of like I know how production goes, like the honeycomb thing, you know, but maybe it's not that hard to make. I'm not really sure like what goes into producing, you know, the process, the production timeline of like, you know, gearbox stuff. But yeah, Hawk, if you have questions about it, let me know. That's kind of what we're into tonight. End of August. All right, sounds good. So yeah, like I said, just because I don't have all the USB cables, I'll still be clicking a bit, but you'll see a lot less clicking on Tuesday. But I might just stream Monday anyways, but we'll see. No promises. But I might just be like, screw it, man. If I'm like just chilling or whatever anyway, I might just do it. Okay. So I'll stick a flight plan in here. So we're going to go to, like I said, if you guys are just coming in, we're going to go to Spokane. We're in Payne, which is Everett, Washington. We're kind of exploring Truist, Washington with this. That's kind of the goal. Don't mind like I said, don't mind the audio panel. I'm not trying to abuse it. It's just like one of those things where you gotta do what you gotta do for now. Buffet. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, we can do that. Buffet. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, I'll talk about the if you guys missed the development update on from the MFS team, it came out on Thursday, so we can go through that for a little bit. It's a good idea. Okay, let me make sure I loaded that. Let me see here. Okay, so that's good. It gives us our altitudes. Okay, I need some weather. I need a Metar, and I need that. Oh, by the way, interesting tip, by the way, about the RealSimGear. So this is really cool. I didn't realize this until I set it up yesterday and today. So I'll try to explain this really quick. The way that this works is actually, okay, so you have these screens, right? But the way this actually works, it's not actually bound only to a simulator. These are actually screens too. So when I'm not simming, I can actually use these as screens. So I'll try to demonstrate that now, which I think is really cool because I think it helps you make a better use of space. So like basically what these are pop-out windows. So the pop-out windows, basically like you fit them inside the display. So you can use the screens as like normal screens too. They're not touch screens, but they are screens. I just thought I would, if you guys were like, how does that work? I thought that was really cool. There might be like a lot of applications for that. Yeah, I'm like wondering actually, Tab, I'm wondering if I can use these with like airliners too, maybe. Like I can pop out the PFD and my ND and put them on the RealSimGear. Like even if I'm not using them like for the actual controls, I think it would be kind of neat. I don't know. I've thought about stuff like that. I'm having one of those days. Sorry, I'm having one of those days where like no matter how much like water I drink or whatever, I'm just like still thirsty. So bear with me on that. I can't do nothing about it. All right. So this looks good. And I need the altimeter here. Oh, really? Oh, I didn't think about M9. That's super smart. What's up, Twitching Stark X? So, Switching Stark X, I actually study the aviation industry and I want to work in airports. I don't have a PPL yet, but I've done cross countries with people in the real world. So I've done like, you could say like, I've done like I've sat like right seat and stuff. And I've done some like real world like stuff like that. I'm not pursuing flight training right now because it's not really like economical when I'm finishing a degree that's like not to go and, pursue an ATP. Doesn't really make sense to me to do that right now. Because the thing that people don't realize a lot of times about PPLs is that once you like commit and even when you get it, like let's say you follow through and you get it right, like good, not too many hours, whatever. You will like any skill is very time dependent. You will get rusty. So it doesn't make sense for me to say like, oh, like I'll go take out loans to get a PPL and then I won't be able to afford to fly and then I'll just get rusty. Like that's how I think about it. Like, yeah, sim can help you stay current, but it will never replace like mechanical skills. Like that's what I try to tell people when they ask me like if you were on a plane and like something happened, like yeah, it would be a lot better than someone like knowing nothing, trying to do it, but like it doesn't a simulator does not replace like the only simulator that can really rival like a real airplane is like Delta 213 or something. That's like pretty much it. Or like an AATD maybe. But even like that is not perfect. And only 60 OF force feedback will really help you like mechanically understand how a plane feels to control. But like that's some of the downfalls of sims. The thing about sims that I think can really teach you are stuff like procedures and operating avionics, which is why I think like the real SimGear stuff is really great because you like obviously like disclaimer like it's not a real G1000, so like don't say like, oh, I've used a G1000 in my sim and now I'm gonna go and like fly a real G1000. But I think that it's really valuable to use a simulator for radio and avionics training, because like you can just fiddle with it. Yeah, Storm. Basically, yeah, I did some cross countries. Skalarki sent me an A3, dude. That would be like don't get me wrong, like, this is insane, but that would be nuts. That would be nuts. What's up, Steve? How are you? Oh wait, really? So twitching StarkX. Really though, that's really cool. Well, thanks so much for stopping by here. Yeah, so StarkX. I'm a kind of an enthusiast, and I enjoy the sim. And the thing StarkX that I should explain is that like I am. My channel is more about like I enjoy stuff like interaction, but also sometimes I enjoy the airports more than the like the flying stuff itself, because like what I want to do is like working on like airport planning improvement and stuff like that, like the stuff that keeps airport facilities themselves going. Probably like 2.5 hours. I've been talking a while. I know you guys are like, what the hell? This is a just chatting stream. I mean, I could change my category to just chatting and do nothing, but that's not the plan here. I'm just like being my usual self and getting lost off track because I'm good at that. What's up, Steve? If I missed you there, I don't know if I did. So, but yeah, StarkX. I will be. What's up, Andre? How are you? What's up, Melemony? Yeah, how are you? Yeah, if the bottom right is the surprise, yeah. If you want me to clarify in a bit, I've been talking a little too long, but feel free and I can kind of give you a little better close up. But thanks so much, Melemony. You're a sweetheart. Thanks so much. Jump on the 737. Yeah, so StarkX I would, but I just got this like snazzy G1000 and I kind of want to use it. I just got it yesterday and I spent bunch of time getting it all set up. So yeah, like I fly the 737 a lot on stream. I think that's what I flew on, was it Wednesday or Tuesday? Probably Tuesday. Yeah, this is the TBM 900 twitching, yeah. What's up, Elusive Napkin? Do you know how to work this thing? It's called a propeller. What's up, Zach? How are you? I hope you're well. It's good to see you. Hope things are good, man. By the way, how many subs did we get? I think that was like 5. Thanks guys so much for that. We got like 5 resubs and subs in like 10 minutes earlier. That's really, really awesome. I appreciate it so much. Yeah, the TBM is, you know, it's just whatever. So I'll set the altimeter. That's what I was going to do like 5 minutes ago. Let me do that. Doesn't compare to the 172. Well, that's the cool thing, Stark, is that I can use this with the G1000 172. But I just wanted to use it with the TBM because I thought it would be more fun that way at first. Hanging in my favorite town of Ontario. Yeah, the place that still doesn't have a freaking scenery in 2019. It's some BS. That's some BS, chat. Don't you agree? Not having Ontario in 2019. Imagine that. It's super relevant. It's a super relevant facility. That's just the problem, man. That's the flight sim predicament, is you just can never make enough sceneries and enough, you know, fast, like you can't make enough airport sceneries. Oh, Jesse, you can probably while I'm talking or something, huh? Is it that loud? Wait, is it that loud, guys? Or do you mean in the sim you can hear it? Because it's not like my mic my mic is not, doesn't really pick up I guess you could probably hear it right now. I commissioned Bill Womack to make Ontario. He's already making Love Field. Can't. Southwest is pretty important. You got to make Southwest Airport. Yeah, if you guys haven't heard me say that like 27 times, he's making it. Okay, Jesse, yeah. All right, what should my transponder be? My transponder be? So like I said, all of my click buttons here that you can see like where my hand is, they will work on the next stream, but I need the second USB cable for both of these to work. So instead of only using one display, I split them. So it's just a temporary thing. It'll look weird, but it'll make sense like the next time. I can't wait for Andy to point out all the problems with Love Field. That will be great. I'm looking forward to it too. I am looking forward to it. But there's still a bunch of stuff that works on the one port. Like most of the knobs work. It's just like a lot of these buttons. I'm assuming like the way they board this is that like all this stuff, like the knobs are the first USB and the other one, the buttons are the second USB. That's probably how it works. That's just my guess right now. But yeah, it's all good, like I said. The parking line for gate C29? What are you talking about, Christian? What are you talking about, man? All right. Try not to flood. Oh, 737 Max. Stark, I've talked to people, and what I've heard is that you are supposed to... one of the first things you're supposed to do... I really hope I did that right, or it will be really scary. Okay, I did. If you know if you did it wrong, if you go past 600 really quickly, that's kind of like the indicator that you did it wrong. Also, my throttle's in the wrong place. That's kind of oof. That's okay. I was testing something and my throttle got moved. Okay, yeah, M9, that's what I thought. So, yeah, so that's why you need the 2 ports. That's what I was wondering. What's up, Arrow Ripe? How are you? Oh, yeah, Delta. Yeah, we'll do Love Field and he'll be like, this looks wrong. This looks wrong. He might not actually like he's kind of harsh Christian, but at the same time, like he's not super Error Ripe, I'm great. Thanks so much. Hopefully we can hopefully you enjoy yourself. The Thanks for asking. But yeah, he's like a little picky. But it's just you know, it's just what happens when you're in the business for so long, you know what I mean? That's all it is, man. Okay, forward. I really hope I did this right. Please spare me. I mean, to be honest, this startup isn't that difficult. It's just like one of those startups where if you do it wrong, it punishes you. It's not like the 737 where you can just like go and say like whatever, try again. I think you know you have a complete glass cockpit. We need to get you a new chair, protect the lumbar. Yeah, so Zach, the thing with gaming chairs is like I've looked at a lot of them and I would have to take the rolly wheels off, which might be fine, but I don't know. Like I just haven't really found the chair I would want. Like this is a relatively comfortable chair, but it's like it's weird, you know? One of those things where it's like, okay. Did I screw that up? Please work. Bless. Yeah, the generator's kind of a thing too. Hello? TBM? But error ripe, that is kind of brave, I'll be honest. These G1000s are the first step. I'll be sitting in a home cockpit before I know it. Herman Miller. That's what people keep saying, Zach, is Herman Miller chairs. But I look at them and I'm like, I can't afford $750 for a chair. If I could afford a $700 chair, I would not be raising money for TwitchCon. That's my response. I would not be raising money for $600 for TwitchCon if I could afford a $700 chair, like, and justify it, you know? Like, unfortunately, I haven't finished college yet. It's kind of unlucky. Yeah, napkin, I don't know. I don't remember the exact number. That's just what I saw when I looked. I just saw like some ridiculous number and I was like, all right, nope. See ya. My people need me. Herman Miller has a Learjet to pay for. Plastic fantastic. Yeah, that's the thing, Zodius. Hello, by the way. That's the thing is I'm always like, I always look at them and I go, well, is this really what I want? Like, it's so hard to, you know, it's so hard to really find, like, it's really hard to order a chair online. Does that make sense? Maybe that's what I'm trying to say. It's really hard to order a chair online. It's like, do I really know if I'm going to like it on my back or not? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Oh, really, Jesse? That makes a lot of sense, actually. It does. Okay, I blew something. I blew something. Okay. Let's see what the damage is. Yeah, ordering mattresses though, but it's a little different because, you know, like, I don't know, like what I'm trying to say is like, you can't look at, like, you can look at the reviews for a mattress, but like the reviews for a chair is like subjective because like body type matters more, I feel like, with a chair than with like your bed. Cause like you just get those conforming mattresses. Pseudo Simmer. Good evening to you too. Yeah, so that's kind of was the announcement. That's what the title's about. That's what we just they just came yesterday. So RealSimGear sent us the G1000s. just like hooked us up. So it's pretty neat. Pretty excited about it. All right. Yeah, I blew the generator, which is okay. I think I can fix that. I don't know how easily I can fix that though. I did this once before. Maybe I have to hold it. What's up, Chris? How are you? Hope you're well. What's going on? So, Flight EC, so you have these already? Is that what you were saying? No, these aren't touchscreens. They're not touchscreens, but is the real G1000 a touchscreen? I don't think so, is it? I would say no. I would assume no. So how's the wife? Well, the wife's fine. I mean, they didn't come out of my wallet, so the wife's okay with it. Yeah. I mean, I have to buy 2 like $5 cables, but it's like whatever. You know, it's fine. Not a big deal. Yeah, the GTNs are. That's what I thought. Well, the GTNs are touchscreen because there's not enough space to put all the buttons like there is on G1000. So they just made it touchscreen. I don't know if I like the 750 better or the 650, to be honest. The 650 is kind of nifty. I like how it's like very slim. I've used a real 650 before, and it's pretty interesting. Because I expected to use a 750 before I used a 650, but it happened the other way around. Yeah, it was a 172, like an older 172, and they put a GTN 650 in it. So that was kind of nice. Like I flew with someone before, and it was just Steam, and then they added a GTN to it. I don't know why they added a GTN to it, but they did. I don't know why. Wait, no way, Jesse. That's crazy. Oh no. There's a G2000 that's touch. Yeah, I know what you're talking about, Thrak. That's what I thought. Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, is there just like no way to fix the generator, guys? Shenanigans. Hello. How are you? Knobs and buttons don't translate as well to the simulator, but work fine IRL. Oh no, shenanigans. Yeah, I just mean like when you have this much room to put like buttons and knobs and everything, like you can do that. But with the GTN, it's like you need screens because they're designed to be smaller. No, it isn't down, M9. I think I did something in the wrong order. Oh, it jogged your memory. Yeah, that's so bad. That sucks. Yeah, Jesse, that sucks. That's really rough. Wait, when did it happen? Was it like at the beat? Was it like near the end, in the middle? Yeah, I didn't know about it though. I don't really follow Assetto, to be honest. I know there's like a couple esports things for racing now. There's yeah, there's like a couple leagues for it. It's kind of it's kind of growing. It's not huge, obviously, like the scene around sim racing is still growing, but I think it's a cool idea. I can see how it would work. That's the thing about flight sim that I've thought about before is like, you know, how do you make it competitive, you know? It's like you really can't, right? I mean, I guess you could say like FS economy, but like that's not really competitive, and it's not really a like you can exploit FS economy. Like you have to create like you'd have to create like some kind of competition that's just like, you know, like I've seen like air racing in DCS. That's like something some people did, but I don't see how like with civilian flight sim you could do like competitions, you know? I don't know. You could do like air show competitions or something, but like I don't know what else you could do. You could do like races for like getting from place to place faster. Encrypted pilot, yeah, that's what we're doing. What's going on? Yeah, trying to figure out how I blew a generator. But yeah, that's the plan anyway. That's the plan. I was just joking. The more you want to add, the more you want to add. Oh, I know. Like, yeah, Fly DC. Like the other thing that I saw that I tried at Flight Sim Expo, I tried the Brunner CLS yoke. I don't know if you guys, or was it the stick I tried? Wait, I should remember this. I think it was this. I think it was the yoke. Yeah. No, it was the yoke. It's like an active loading yoke or whatever. So it's like super, really, really, really cool. But I was like, I would never justify $2,000 on this probably. It's so expensive. Like it was 1890 euros. So I was like, oh man, that's so rough. Why can't we make this like 1200 or something? A real life cannonball run in planes? What do you mean, Jesse? Yeah, this is actually like the cheapest G1000 you can pretty much get like as a set like this. I've looked at all the others and they're more expensive. So that's like something to keep in mind. The Noble one, it costs more. And I think the other ones that seemed like they were for AATDs cost more. Now, obviously, this isn't an AATD G1000, but I mean, unless you really want an AATD G1000, I mean, this is like the best value, so that you can get in terms of like. All right, you know what? Third time's a charm. Let's just try this again. Because I clearly blew. Let me see if I can fix that. Let me see if I can fix that. Sorry, guys. Let me see if I can fix this without reloading the whole thing. I want to try it. Is that not how you do that? We can, are we... Oh, did I not get it? Oh, there you go. You're right. Okay, thanks. I was like, I knew I missed something, but not obvious to me. Okay. Yeah, I just want to see if I can fix the generator and then try again. Okay. All right, I have to do this anyway, so okay. So yeah, as you can see, the G1000 screens do that too. That's kind of cool, I think. Okay, it says it's new, but it's like, what's wrong then? It's like it's fine. It says it's fine, but then it's like not fine. It's weird. How does that work? I mean, yeah, the plane's fine. I haven't flown it yet, so that shouldn't be the problem. Do I just replace everything? Maybe it's in here. I'll just replace it. Seems like it's borked or something. Okay. I'll try that one more time. So see what happens there. Oh, competitive civil flying. Yeah, I would be interested to see what happens with that. Hey, Puff MTD. Yeah, it didn't seem like there was a problem with it. Okay, does it keep my flight plan? I think it does. That's weird. What's happening there?
Oral warning, okay.
All right, I know it's okay. Thank you. Thank you, lady. Okay, that's down. I need that. But how are you doing, Puff MTD? I hope you're well, dude. Thanks for stopping by tonight. Okay.
TOS system test. Okay.
Oh, really, M9? Interesting. That's not what I saw. That's not what the tutorial tells you to do. But I guess I can change my flow then. Because the tutorial, unless I misunderstood. Or maybe it does. Maybe I'm just like doing the flow wrong. What's up, Puff? Thank you. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm excited about it too. Hey, Tyler. How are you? I broke the generator again, but I think I fixed it. It looks better now. I think we're fine. Okay. Oh, it is Tyler? Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is cool. It's cool when like there's multiple perspectives on something like that because you know, aviation's so like complicated, you know, sometimes. So it's not necessarily like, you know, one and done um kind of thing. Okay, so we're on main already. Fine. All right, so I think this time we'll be all right. I'm gonna need. Oh, really? It doesn't like that? Okay. It's fine. All right, we don't want to freeze. Probably need windshield de-icing. Maybe not. Never mind. It's not raining. Probably okay. Hey, Fly DC, thanks so much. No worries. I appreciate it, man. No worries. Okay, trim. I think that's my center. I think so. Okay, let me check the flight plan again. Yeah, like I said, I'll have the full buttons working on the next stream. Why isn't that working though? All right, that's good. So I think we are. Just need to put the rest of the power lever forward here. I just wanted to make sure that the flight plan was still active before I did that. Do I have enough fuel too? Yeah, I should. This should be fine. But yeah, thank you guys for the help too. I appreciate it. Like, the TBM is one of those planes where it's like, you kind of learn it, but you can still forget. It's kind of easy to get rusty on, I feel like. If you don't fly it regular, if you don't fly it enough, you can definitely like lose your touch. Okay, I'll set TO. Okay. By the way, though, if you guys are P3 users, before we get taxiing, I know you guys have been patient. Thanks for that. We're doing a Rex giveaway, so if you're interested in that, you can enter, and then I'll let you guys know who won at the end of the stream, and then you just need to give me the email, and I'll give it to Rex staff so they can give you your keys. But yeah, it's Skyforce, Environment Force, and the airport's add-ons. So feel free to do that. What's up online? While you're looking at it, but I can give you guys, those of you that came in later, I can give you the full screen view in a bit. No worries on that. Okay. We'll go to taxi. Let's see what we can do. What are you looking at? What do you mean, man? What do you mean, dude? No, I'm not flying single in. That's not the announcement online. You're a troll. How is the ARAC updated? So pseudo, so this in X-Plane, the G1000 is the X-Plane 1000. The TBM 900 has a customized laminar G1000. So it is that data. So the data is updated through Navigraph. So that's one of the cool things about it. You don't need to like pay $300 for the Garmin data for the G1000 because it doesn't use that data in X-Plane. It uses the laminar data, so that's updated by Navigraph. So that's like pretty useful, I feel like. It's one of the benefits of it. You don't have to pay for data. The thing is, pseudo, is that the reason that it works that way is because, okay, I need to check something really quick. The reason that they do that is because the laminar G1000 is like Laminar's own G1000 like stuff. The reason that, thanks so much, Tyler, I really appreciate that. The laminar thing is its own thing. The reason that the GTN, the Reality XP, and like the whatever requires the data from Garmin is because like the real data is because it's based off the GTN trainer, and that is updated through Garmin data because the original point of the trainer, for those of you that don't know, is like for literally like what it sounds like it was for like, hey, we want to give like pilots like a tool to learn the GTN without having to be in a real airplane, like when they're on their off time. But they adapted the trainer for the simulator because it worked well, but that means that it requires the data. The laminar does not because it's not a GTN trainer. Yeah, it's kind of interesting like how all this stuff comes to be though, so no worries. But that's pretty much why. So I'm going to depart to the north. So we're going to taxi down Delta and Golf here. And we'll depart to the north. I should set my altitude as well. Okay, is it gonna say assigned by ATC? That's fine. I'll just stick 10K in here. Also, there's something else. I think this is an anomaly because I'm only able to use one of the USB-B cables on each Garmin right now. It's the altitude knob is going the opposite way. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's really weird. Like I realized that when I was fiddling with it earlier. So, and I think it'll be resolved once I get the other cable and it all routes correctly. But yeah, I think it's trying to route the control mapping differently because of the fact that I only have one USB port on each one being used right now. Because you're supposed to use 2 cables, but the I'm waiting for I bought 2 cables so that I'll have all 4 I need. They're really cheap. Apparently, like USB cables now are really cheap. They used to be, I don't know if you guys remember, but like USB cables used to be like kind of hard to get and they were spendy too. I remember spending once like $10 or $12 for like one like 6-foot cable, like back in the day. I just remember blowing money on cables, like HDMI cables and stuff, before like Amazon. But once like Amazon and everything became a thing, I just buy them on Amazon and they cost like $5. And it's like, okay, I get them in, I get free shipping and it's great. But that's the other part of cables that's expensive is you had to pay for shipping. It was like, really, I'm paying for shipping on cables? This sucks. But you just, Amazon takes over everything and you just buy cables. Thraka. No, so Thraka, so the announcement is that RealSimGear is I approached RealSimGear at Flight Sim Expo, and they were like super nice and sent us the G1000, their G1000 suite, and we're gonna do like a GA tour around it on stream. So that's like the announcement. Imagine having to pay for shipping. Thank you for your donation. Oh, yeah. Okay, I should mention this. I didn't even have to pay for shipping, although I was totally willing to, and I didn't even ask to not pay for it, but they were like super nice. Thraka, yeah, it is definitely like something that I wouldn't be able to afford on my own accord. But on that note, this is like the cheapest G1000 implementation for Sims that I know. Although keep in mind, it's like I said earlier, it's not an AATD G1000. So you cannot log time on this G1000. But then again, G1000s that you are licensed as AATDs are like Redbird or whatever, and they're like way more expensive. So if your purpose for a G1000 is like not to have an AATD, then there's no reason to spend the money on it. Like, you know, like don't spend like 3 times more money for the same product almost if your goal is not to log time in it. Like I can see why you would want an AATD, you know, setup for sure, like if that's what you were doing. If you were like a current like corporate or instrument or whatever, but yeah, I mean, for what I do, I'm an enthusiast, so it's pretty great for me. For these? No, Thraka. The G1000 suite right now is $2,000. It's what, $19.99, and then you have to buy the stands. The stands are $189, but it's about 2,200. But no, these are not like 10 grand. I'm talking about how AATDs would cost way more, and if your goal is not to log time in a sim, you don't need to spend like however much money on AATD garments, because it's just like a lot of money, and you're not really gonna get anything out of it, I don't feel like. And I should mention, like, these screens are really, I really like them. I really think that they're very like the colors and everything on them are great. I was a little curious about what the colors would be like, but it just really pops well. And it's really nice screens. Okay, let me set parking brake here. And Thraka, the other thing about this too is if you're a TBM person, I talked about this earlier, but RealSimGear is also going to be doing the TBM panels. I guess M9 said they're on the site now, so you can like go and pick them up, or like pre-order them, or like see like more information or whatever. Anyway, that's if you're like really into this thing, then it's there for you. Okay, so after way too much further ado, I know I normally don't take this long, but stuff happens and we chat, and it's, if you're fine with it, I'm fine with it. But we're gonna get on our way now. Also, this is the first time I've flown the TBM with the Fox mount, so I'm kind of hoping that goes well. I think we'll be all right. You guys gotta have a little faith in me. Oh, these textures are really nice. I think this is the Mr. X runway or something. All right, brakes, inertial sap, lights, altitude, and here we go. Hey, Mike Bravo, hope you're well. Okay, I'm going a little far. The other thing about the TBM is it's very touchy. There's takeoff trim. Yeah, you just missed me set it. You just missed me set the takeoff trim. I have a thing on the Warthog for it. I really wish I had a gear handle, but that's not a big deal. That would be awesome if I did, but I don't. Okay, I gotta get trimmed here. Yeah, I haven't flown the TBM with the mounts yet, so that'll be an adjustment. A lot of adjusting happening, a lot of new stuff, but it'll be cool. Okay, I'll put the flap up. Yeah, we definitely had takeoff trim. That's not a question. Fake flyer, the TBM. Why isn't it for prepared or the RealSimGear? What do you can you clarify what you're looking for there? Also, I have to get used to the fact I actually have this in front of me. I mean, obviously I can look at the screen, but oh, so the TBM is so Sasso Kieselkov is an X-Plane developer. That's why. I don't think that they would want to do this in P3D because of like how hard it would be to like rewrite all the code, because like they developed this around X-Plane, like the way that you write planes. Like when I'm trying to say fake flyer, converting scenery to between flight sim platforms and converting aircraft is like way different beasts. It's like it's a way different thing entirely. So I'm gonna say that's why. I think that's the answer. Oh, this light coming in behind us is really neat. I really like that. Oh yeah, something else I don't know if you can see from the camera, but the refresh rate on these is really consistent too. They're not like laggy or anything. I think that's important to mention too. Like they're not refreshing any slower than the sim. I'm just like trying to let you guys know that. And yeah, I know I'm way off course. I'm just kind of, I need a little time to get used to the inputs, and then we'll go back. We'll fly back on course. Krusty, such a troll, man. Well, how much what? How much the what? The TBM or the G1000s? Thanks, Mike Bravo. Yeah, this is the Corsair K95. I'm not sponsored by Corsair. I would love to be, but I don't know, maybe in the future. But this is the K95 RGB. The G1000 suite from RealSimGear is, so it's what you see is you see the also, like I said, the audio panel is supposed to go in the middle, but I need to get a new stand from them so I can actually mount it as it's pictured. Anyways, the suite is $19.99, and then the mount is, the stands are $189. The optional stands for the put the panels in. They're optional because you can use the RealSimGear G1000 in a cockpit setup, and you can also use it in you can just use it like I think you don't necessarily need the stands, but I am glad that I obviously have them, just because like I don't know how else I would set it up to be stable on my desk. But G1000 NXI is 80 grand. I believe it. Yeah, that's the thing about sim Garmin's that I think is so great. Yeah, I normally turn it off at like 10K, Krusty, but if I forget at like 10K, you can remind me then. Thanks so much. Hey, Alldog. Don't buy anything for FSX, Alldog. I mean, FSX is really on the way out, as it's been for like a while. And honestly, Alldog, if you don't have the specs for, yeah, if you don't have the specs for P3D, like if you know you don't, then just save your money for a better system. That's what I tell people. Don't buy planes if your computer gets 20 FPS. Save money to buy what you need to upgrade. That is how I feel about it. It's like you might as well save the money and then upgrade. But it's important to remember that we might, like, Microsoft Flight Simulator might be the end all to needing better PC parts for Flight Sim than like what we have now. Like, if you have a decent system now and if it lives up to its potential, it could. That's the thing about cloud gaming that's so interesting that I was talking about. So you guys wanted to talk about the announcement, the MFS announcement. So I think what's interesting about it myself is that they gave us like more specific dates. So we know that by the way, if there's people joining Discord, quick sidebar, if you're joining Discord, myself or an admin will get you by tonight. So if I don't get you till after the stream, just don't worry, don't leave the server, just be patient and we'll approve you. Thanks so much. But yeah, so they gave us like more official timelines on when we're actually going to learn more about the like preview builds. But they talked about like they also talked about when they're going to talk about third party and the SDK. So they want to talk about the MFS SDK. Which is pretty big because people have been curious, like, how are third parties going to be able to work with MFS? And we know, like, they're doing an SDK, which you could say was pretty obvious because, like, you know, if you're gonna do third party content, how else would you do it? But yeah, if they said, because they said before, like, we knew this for a while. Like, they did a little snippet, like, after the trailer, like, saying, like, yes, we want to have third-party developers on this. Like, it has been. Yeah, that's not even bad, All Dog. I mean, I don't know what i5 it is. I think that must be an 8th gen i5 if it has 6 cores. That's not bad at all. The i5 6 cores are, like, great budget processors, honestly. I really like them. Let me turn the step on now. Off now, unless TBM Tyler thinks I should leave it on. So Tyler, you said you fly corporate, right? Tyler, I'd like to ask you if you know about like management roles and like if you know about management roles in like if you work for like a bigger corporate or like a smaller corporate. Like, I'm not asking you to tell me because like I don't understand like could be an issue, but I'm wondering, hey hardcore pods, I hope you're well. I'm just curious if like you know about like some of the roles that are in your organization, or if you have if you work for like if you just work for a client and that doesn't apply. Because obviously, like, you can have like NetJets where they sell, you know, they have owners and that's like a bigger organizational structure. Or you can have like, I'm a corporate pilot and you're my client and I just fly for you. Like, there's a lot of different like relationships that people don't realize you can have like when you're doing corporate flying. Hardcore, why, man? Thanks so much. Silent Dark, what's going on? So we got hooked up with the RealSimGear G1000. That was the announcement. But we're also doing a Rex giveaway, Silent Dark. So if you type !giveaway, you can get the bundle details. But if you want to enter that, if you don't have all the Rex products in the bundle, then we're giving away Skyforce, Environment Force, and Worldwide Airports. So if you don't have them, or 1 or 2, whatever, you can enter, and then you might win the keys. I'm just doing a little more hand flying than I normally do because I'm just trying to get used to the Fox still. So I'm just kind of chilling. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jeff? How are you, Pilot SKC? It's good to see you, man. Thanks so much. Hope you're well. I'm sure there would be no issue. Oh, you work maintenance. That's right. Okay, I'm sorry. For some reason I just assumed that if you say like, oh, I fly the TBM, you know what I mean? Like, Yeah, I do remember you telling me that now. Okay. So you work for, do you work for Daher or do you work for a corporate airline as maintenance test? Is that like, there's obviously a difference. Do you work for the company that manufactures the TBM, like Sakata or whatever, or do you work for an airline that uses the TBM and you do maintenance on it and like flight testing? Yeah, Wayne, if you don't have any of those Rex products, then that's what we're doing. Well, when I say airline, I just mean like, I'm pretty sure there's like some corporate entities that use the PBM. Yeah, hardcore. I'll be honest, it's pretty sick. I'm still kind of amazed. Like I said this earlier. But when I went to Flight Sim Expo, my goal was to like, I wanted to do something with RealSimGear for a long time, but I didn't think it would be a G1000. Like I was honestly just gonna ask for like a GTN 750, and they were just like, "Yeah, we'll send you G1000." So I was like, "No, what?" And it just kind of worked out. It was just like, they were just super nice, and it was really great. So it just took some time. That's why I kept saying like I can't tell you guys like what the announcement is because I wanted to physically have the unit. I wanted to physically have this unit before I said, okay, I'm gonna tell people, because I felt like that was kind of pointless to like tell everyone without like not having it in my hand or whatever. Okay, so you work for an airline. So you work for an airline in maintenance. Okay, that's what I was wondering. Okay, let me see if I can figure out what I'm doing here. It's gonna work. Are we gonna do it? All right. What's up, Sean? How are you? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Yeah, so Sean, so that's our announcement. So we went to Flight Sim Expo and we talked to RealSimGear, and they were like, "Yeah, we'll send you a G1000." Sweet. So RealSimGear makes simulator avionics for flight simulators, and they like hooked us up. So it's pretty sick. I'm like, I honestly don't even like, this is one of the things that like people, people ask me like, what do you like about the community? And I say like, obviously like this is really cool, but I think the best thing is just like meeting people in the industry, because I feel like I wouldn't connect with nearly as many people in aviation or aerospace if I wasn't doing this. So that's kind of something that I think is really neat. What's up, Cessna? How are you? Hope you're well. Good to see you. Yeah, Cessna, I finally streamed it, man. I just never said I had it the whole time. No airline, just a sales maintenance shop. Oh, all right. Okay. That's really cool, Tyler. Wow. That's really interesting. Thanks so much for sharing that with me. That's super interesting. Yeah. I didn't realize there were like really high profile maintenance shops like that that weren't related directly to like an air carrier of some kind. Thanks, Sean. Yeah, it's exciting. This is like our largest, like, if you could call it like sponsorship we've ever done on the channel before. So it was pretty exciting when like it worked out. Oh, that's awesome, Cessna. Yeah, that's always good when you go flying and it goes well. I totally know what you mean. Like, I've done cross countries, and when the weather just cooperates, like it's great. Although, Cessna, what's your I want to ask you something, and I guess this is I'm not asking just Cessna this. I want to ask you guys something. So when you guys like so when you guys like go flying and stuff, like in general, like I mean, maybe this depends on like whether you're flying for pleasure or like you flying for work or whatever, but um do you guys prefer like some wind or like crosswind or no? Like, and I'm asking this question because I've talked to people in like the flight training program where I go to, like where I like last year I talked to a bunch of people in like the flight training program like at my university, and they said they prefer like to have like they like the challenge of wind. And I thought that was interesting. So I was just wondering like if that's like a common thing to like, or if it's just kind of a you know, it's just like, you know, it's just a personal preference. But like it literally sounded like not just that they liked it, but like I like flying in crosswind, like I like the difficulty of it. On day 6, variable at 2 is great. Yeah, hardcore, that makes sense. I wonder if it's like golf, the more challenging the course. That's a good analogy, honestly. Oh yeah, for sure, Cessna. Yeah, absolutely. 15 knots across the runway all the time. Perfect for training. Simulator. Yeah, okay. Okay, Zach, thanks. Thanks for your thoughts. Hey, Hattie, how are you? I hope you've been well. Good to see you. Oh, this is a really nice sunset we're kind of flying through. Cross control is weird. It is weird, but it's kind of cool sometimes. As long as it's not too, like, personally, how I feel about wind is like, I like wind, but I don't want like 20 knots of it either. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want like 20 knot tailwinds necessarily, like on departures, because it really makes things wacky. Especially if it's a crosswind, but like cross, like 20 knot crosswind components are like a little bit much for me. Kind of a lot. I just realized I'm probably going a little slow, but that's fine. I'm not worried about it. We're chilling. It's all good. Also, something interesting about the Garmin, by the way, is that because it's you're using the Laminar G1000, it simulates the data loading delay, which I think is kind of cool because in a way, like, it's, I don't know if it's supposed to do that in the real airplane. Like, if you're using a real, like, I guess this is a good question for Tyler. If you're using a real G1000 like this, is there supposed to be a, like, if I zoom out fast, will it take time like that or no? Is that just a simulator limitation? Because I'm using solid state drives. That's why I'm asking if it's like simulating the delay or if it's realistic to like take time to load the topology when you zoom out. Does that make sense? Some pilots get bored flying in nice weather. Yeah, absolutely. I can totally see that. You haven't seen a delay in the 182, Hattie? Yeah, I was just wondering if that was normal. Okay. Okay, so it's the simulator. I haven't flown a real G1000. Like, I haven't flown in one. I've only sat in a DA-42 with the G1000. I have never flown in one. I've flown with six-pack and GTN 650. So I haven't flown with the G1000 yet. Oh, Hattie, so if I got like the Mustang or something, I wouldn't notice it. Yeah, hardcore. Like, I'm just kind of trying to, I haven't had the Fox mounts very long, so hardcore, you might have missed this, but recently I got, mounts for my HOTUS, which completely changed the actual position of where my throttles are, or like my stick and throttle. So I'm trying to hand fly a lot more right now because it's not too challenging, just to get used to like the muscle memory of like correcting. Because yeah, I'm trying to like build the muscle memory for using it. Wait a sec. Oh my gosh. Hello? Also, if that was really loud, I apologize. Hey, RealSimGear. This is not coincidental at all. It actually is coincidental. Thank you so much for the 10 gifted subs to the channel. I really appreciate that so much. Well, there's a couple interesting names in there, but I believe in the intentions fully. Thank you so much. What's up, Jason? How are you, man? Or Jared, sorry. I was just talking to someone named Jason, so I mixed your name up. I apologize. Thank you so much for the 10 subs. If you're new, by the way, guys, to the crew, join my Discord server, !Discord, and you'll get access to the sub channel, and there is a role that goes with it. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. This has been like it came yesterday. I was gonna email you, but like it took me so much time to set it up. I'll be honest. So RealSimGear, thanks again so much. I don't know if you noticed, but you might notice something weird about the layout of this on the desk. I'm busting out the 2x300. It's okay. They won't notice. I mean, I haven't filed an altitude. I'm just kind of figured 210 was fine. So yeah, RealSimGear. I hope you're well. So just a couple things I was going to email you about, but since you're here, I guess I'll just like let you know. I don't know if this is because you sent me the like 2 individual like G1000 units and not the combo stand. I don't know if you know what I mean by that. Like like when you go on like on your site, there's a desktop stand for G1000, like it like you sent me, but they're the same height, unless I misunderstood. Like the both of these units are 6.5 whatever tall, 6.5 inches or whatever, and there's like a slight mismatch between them. So I don't know if that's like an accident. I'm assuming it's an accident. Like it's not a big deal. I found a way around it temporarily. I was gonna like email you about it if you didn't come in. Like I understand you're busy, so like I didn't necessarily expect you to stop by tonight, but I really do appreciate it. Seriously, like I hope it's okay. I'm like letting you know. And oh well, hardcore. This isn't like I'm flying the TBM because it's a G1000 aircraft, not because like there's a lot of like X-plane aircraft that work with the RealSimGear G1000. Like that I'll probably stream soon. TM. I just wanted to start with the TBM because I already had it set up and everything. Because it took me some time to get this set up. So what I did is I used the screws from the mounting bracket for the audio panel to screw these on, because obviously like you're supposed to use 4 short screws and 4 long ones. So I was like, well, okay, until like I get like the stand that matches like the height of the other one, I can just do that and then it'll be fine. That's what I did, because I figured, well, I already like said I would do this on, I gotta trim. I already said I would do this on Saturday, so it's all good. I also bought the other 2 USB-B cables, because, yeah, I have 1 for each, but not 4 total, so they'll come Monday, so don't worry about that. I'm like, it's very like not a big deal. But I'm just letting you know, like, what happened. What's up, Sharks fan? How are you? Hope you're well. Great to see you. I appreciate it. Yeah, who knew? Well, no one knew until like 2 hours ago. A little less than 2 hours ago. Yeah, Puff. So what I talked about earlier on stream, if you guys missed it, what my plan is I put together like a list of some GA airports in Washington, like Washington, like PNW area, I guess. The goal is I want to do like a tour with like G1000 planes. I'm not sure. I'm still not sure if I should just do this I mean, let's be honest. This is so cool that I'll probably do this for a bit at least. Like just, only like this stuff for a bit. And then, yeah. And then I'll like, do some of the normal stuff. But yeah, I was thinking like I could, we're close to TD actually. I guess I'll just hand fly this. This isn't that bad. I'll put in like vertical speed later, but so yeah, that's kind of the goal. I want to do like a PNW tour. Sort of first. Like I want to do a tour of like True Earth Washington airports. Also, I said this earlier, but there is an airport in the tour list that I showed earlier that has not been shown, I believe, to the public yet, and it's not been streamed before. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it anywhere. The airport I'm talking about, so if you guys didn't know, from the release of Anacortes and Darrington, I believe are the two recent Washington releases. Also, don't mind like the jerky movements. I'm getting used to the Fox mount being on the side of me, my stick, so I'm just trying to like rectify that. Yeah, so there's a couple new GA airports from Orbex, and but there's other ones that they're doing that haven't been released yet. And I kind of, am in touch. So I was planning on like showing the beta versions of them, of the conversions as part of the tour. It's funny because they call them beta versions, but they don't even like, I can't even tell what might be wrong with them. So maybe they're beta still because they're the True Earth anomalies or something. But yeah, hey Web plays, yeah, not a problem. Go ahead, what's up? No worries. But yeah, trimming is weird, everything's weird. Don't mind me. I'm gonna drop like a rock here. Okay. I think the biggest thing about the TBM is like I have to get used to like what one notch of trim is. So like gotta get used to that. Oh, I'm not surprised. Potato, yeah, I did that a long time ago, but I never did it alone. Like I never tried to do it like without two people, because of that. Not great. But yeah, Web plays, what's your let me know what your question is. So right now I have, oh, sorry, I just got like way distracted there. Don't text and drive, chat. Right now I have an R7 2700. I'm looking to upgrade to a 9900K, but people have been telling me that I should get an R9 3900X. I would say the thing, okay, Web plays. The problem with, so my opinion on that is that for flight sim, it's about core speed. It's about like if you're going to like Web plays, I would say this: if you know or are comfortable with overclocking, 9900K is probably the better option because in terms of like CPU ratio that you'll be able to reach, it's probably going to be higher. Well, no, it is going to be higher on the 9900K. And flight sim core 0 is really important. So I would say like if you were like a creator of like any other genre besides flight sim, I would say like 3900X is great. Like it is great. Like I'm not dogging AMD. I'm not even saying Ryzen's bad. Ryzen is legitimately a good platform. But when you are talking about flight sim and you're talking about what is specifically better for it, it's pretty much Intel at this point because of the overclock ratios you can hit stable. my 8086 is at 5.0, and I'm not even pushing it that hard. And it is delitted, to be fair, but even then, like, it's still not, you know, I mean, it's not like my luck, even though it was binned, is still not like incredible. Like I'm running my 8086 at 1.36 B core, and that's not bad at all, but it's definitely like not amazing. So what I'm getting at is that I would say 9900K for flight sim is like absolutely the go-to. I would say that's like the best thing you could do. Now, Ryzen for a streaming rig, I think it's great. I know a lot of people that use Ryzen for streaming rigs, and I totally know why. Because for X264 encoding, it's probably very efficient. So that's my take on it. What's up, Met747? How are you? No, you're good. I mean, you missed like the initial reveal, but so yeah. So if you look on the bottom right, if you didn't see it by now, at Flight Sim Expo, I talked to the RealSimGear team, if you would call it a team, I guess. He's kind of a you know, it's kind of a two-person operation with a couple side people on in the works. No, web plates, thanks for the 50 bits, no problem. I appreciate it though, thanks so much. And I said, you know, like, hey, like, you want to work together? And there's like, sure. And he's like really nice about it. So we got sent a G1000 from RealSimGear, and I honestly like never went in expecting that to happen. I just was kind of like hoping we could work something out, and then just worked. What's up, McLord? I didn't disappear for months. I've been around. What are you talking about, McLord? Look at my VODs. Months. So yeah, 3 days, I guess, is like, or, you know, 2 days without streaming is a month. What's up, McLord? How are you, though? I hope you're well. It's great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Mets, it's pretty exciting. The other part of the announcement is that I want to do like a GA tour, and I'm starting with the Pacific Northwest, which I think is fitting because True Earth Washington is still pretty new. And I only went to a couple facilities when I did that pre-release stream of True Earth Washington. And I thought, okay, let's continue this. This is a great opportunity to expand this out and like show you guys like how much not only aviation roots are in Washington where I've lived my whole life, but also just like the great places for GA in Washington that you might not know exist, that I think are by the way, Zodius, if you're here, I got your DM, thanks so much. But yeah, it's I thought it would be a good idea, and there's some Orbex airports that are unreleased that they're converting from P3D that I will be showing as part of the tour if they don't get released by then, but I don't think they will. So I have some beta stuff from them at the moment. It's part of that initial list of fields that I put together. Yeah, I probably need to calibrate my stick. I think I do. It's probably something that I probably need to do that because of the because of the position of my of it's changed. So maybe that has something to do with it too. But yeah, JW, what's new, man? Hope you're doing well. It's weird, like I'm kind of looking between between the units and the plane because of the color. Like the sunset's really gorgeous right now, so I'm kind of like alternating. trim. All right, a little bit. What's up, the Badong? Yeah, does FSX support track IR? I think so, yeah. I would say, I'm gonna answer yes, I believe so. I didn't use FSX for the Badong, and this is X-Plane. But I think it does, yeah. I don't think there's that many things in Flight Sim that it wouldn't support. Maybe Aerofly FS2. But yeah, what you need, I think, is Chase Plane. You might need Chase Plane for it to work, the Badong. But if you're planning on going to P3D later, yeah, it does, Sebastian. It supports FSX. Chase Plane, regardless of the Badong, is like super helpful for like no sponsored or anything. It's super helpful for that platform. It's just so good. Like it has so many features. It's just super useful and it's just super intuitive UI and everything. And so it's like one of the oh yeah, the Badong. That's because basically Flight Sim, so you know for the future, in Flight Sim pretty much most streams are under this category for just like that's just like where the community is. Like if it's P3D, X-Plane, DCS even sometimes, it's like under this category. There are some like X-Plane streams under the X-Plane category for sure. Like I'm not denying that. Like that's grown over time, but it's still the primary category for Sims, like for Flight Sim. But yeah, like there are definitely some FSX questions that I can answer because the platforms kind of cross over in some ways, like the add-ons and stuff. Yeah, hardcore. I mean, it's more technically about how we use it, but the thing is, hardcore, it makes no sense to go to P3D, especially like when you're in P3D, because the category has zero visibility on the platform. So you're literally like, you know, hurting yourself by doing that. It's like not smart. Like you have zero discoverability in a category that has no unique viewers. Yeah, the Badong. Yeah, so Track IR works in DCS. You probably know that. And it either works natively in FSX or you need Chase Plane. But it would work. Like I'm saying, it's compatible. I just don't remember if you need Chase Plane because what's up, Arm? What's up, Antibody? How are you? But yeah, it's pretty much about like it just comes down to whether you need that or not. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know why people use what. T-Dog. Why people use what? Okay, I need to descend. It wants me to be at like 1800 or 18.7, so I'm gonna start here. Oh, track IR? The point of track IR, Sea-Dog, is it's that it lets you increase it. Basically, like I'll try to let me know, guys, if this is a good way to put it for those of you that use track IR or that have used it. It really increases your useful field of view, like not FOV. Like you can't physically increase the amount of range that your eyeballs see, but basically like what it does is it makes it so you can like actually see around you more intuitively without having to like use like buttons to do it. Like that's why, like, yeah, you're looking at the screen, but otherwise you can only see like really intuitively in front of you. Does that make sense? No worries, Antibody. Thanks so much. I appreciate it. So yeah, that's pretty much like what it's for. And in DCS, it's really important. In other flight sims, I think it does help. I would say, I'm not saying don't buy it for like GA. And GA, in some ways, it's very helpful. It's definitely not required, but it definitely can help. Sea-Dog, not really. Like, what you do with the software is you set curves. You set curves for the... Oh, by the way, RealSimGear, if you're hanging out and I missed a response to what I said, or if you missed mine, let me know. No worries either way, though. I understand. But yeah, so, yeah, Track IR is, like, about setting the speed. Like, you can set a curve for how fast your view moves in relation to, like, where the tracking is, basically. If that makes any sense. Works great in truck sim. Oh, I imagine. Yeah, driving sim, 100%. I would totally use it for that. I would totally do. What driving sim do you do? Like Euro Truck, American Truck? I know American Truck and stuff is like super popular. Like Euro Truck and stuff is like really popular. I don't want to climb. Get our bearings here. No pun intended. We should be all right though. We're just like slightly off center heading, but I'll be all right. Oh, Zach. Please, man. Told you guys I'm a pro. Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else you might want for FSX. I mean, if you play DCS, you probably have a joystick already. By the way, that's not where we're landing. Don't worry. Don't panic. That's not where we're landing. We're not there yet. We're good. We're gonna get there. Oh yeah, the Badong. Yeah, I'm sorry I like spaced out on you there. It's been kind of like a different kind of stream tonight, but yeah, not really, honestly. Like, now that I have the HOTUS mounts though, like it's definitely like something that I've considered because like one of the things was, um, it definitely helps to like have your controls in a better position, but yeah, it's kind of like, ooh, okay, that's a little much. Yeah, I need to fix my calibration probably after this. That's okay. That's all right. Yeah, the F-16 trailer just came out. I wonder, like, how many pre-orders it got by now. That's a good question. At least one. Well, yeah, I mean, people have been wanting that plane for a while. That is not new news. People have been asking about the F-16 for a long time. It's been much wanted. I mean, it's hard to get an exact number with the dong, but I would say it's probably like, actively, it's probably like a few thousand. Because like multiplayer anyways, like I guess you didn't say multiplayer or single player. Multiplayer is the minority still probably, since I stopped playing it. It was, multiplayer was the minority when I left, so unless that's changed. The reason probably for that is because DCS content-wise is lacking. Like, you kind of run out of mission types to do. So it becomes difficult to figure out, like, what am I gonna do? You know, like, how do I make something interesting? Oh, well, yeah, I mean, there's groups, but what I'm saying is, like, it doesn't really matter if you have groups to an extent, because what you'll still run out of potentially unique content. Because what happens is, like, you, it's just kind of like, well, okay. What do I do now? Like, you run out of, like, servers, you know, and then, like, yeah, you can do, like, stuff, like, yeah, campaigns can work, but I don't know, to me, it's like, I spend so much, like, it takes so much time to, like, I mean, at least with, like, this kind of flight sim, you know. I don't know why my barrow's in standard, no one told me. It just takes so long to, like, figure out, like, what, you know, to, like, put content together, that it's like, whoa, you know? What's up, Choman522? How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks for joining us. But yeah, I think the platform, like, still has, like it's come a long way. Like, that's not, I'm not trying to say DCS has not, like, gotten better. But what I'm saying is, like, beyond, like, you know, doing a new engine, you know, blah blah blah. I think that the biggest thing holding them back is, like, content itself. Because you get to that point where you're like, well, what do I do with the airplane that I have? Like, I have limited worlds that are not interconnected, and, like, you only have so many, you know, realist, you know, things from that without a dynamic engine that tells you what, you know, how the war is going to work. So that's how I feel, is like, DCS's next step would be doing that. Not even like I think that if they did a dynamic like, they should do dynamic campaigns before they do if they decide to do the entire world, if that's viable. But, like, well, yeah, Badong, I mean, they vary in quality, but that's not even, like, the main thing. It's just that they uh the main thing about it is, like, you know, there's only so many campaigns. Like, let's say you only care about, like, 2 planes or something, which I feel like there's a decent amount of people who probably don't, like, fly all the planes, because, like, you systems wise, you can't really learn a plane that well unless it's like FC3, which is, like, for those of you that don't know, like, flaming close to DCS is like, imagine, like, this is a good analogy. It's like Carenado. Imagine Carenado military. That's what it is. And unless you're talking about that, if you really get into the systems of something, like, okay, great, you spent all the time learning that, and maybe the reason you like DCS as a platform is because we're coming back towards Spokane, by the way. I just wanted to kind of, like, see some of the light city and stuff. But yeah, it's more about, like, you do those you know, like 2 or 3 campaigns maybe, and then it's like, okay, now what? You know, like, okay, I have some servers, and then it's like, okay, now what? Oh, Garg, I didn't make a command for it. If you look in the bottom right of the screen, you can kind of see it, maybe. Maybe not. How are you, though? Hope you're well. So yeah, we went to Flight Sim Expo, and I talked to RealSimGear, and I honestly just was hoping to do something with, like, a 750 or something, and they were, like, super nice. And just kind of were like, yeah, you know, no worries. Like, we'll send you a unit. So, yeah, they sent us the G1000, and it's pretty neat. I'm pretty excited about it. So, along with that, Garg, I'm doing a tour kind of with like G1000 planes. I just started with the TBM because I have it and it's like set up already or whatever. Yeah, it's pretty cool, right, Gar? Yeah. So, um, basically, what I'm doing is I'm gonna start with like, what's it called? I'm gonna start with like, oh, it's a really cool sky color. I'm gonna start with True Earth, like Washington area, and then we'll kind of like go from there. Hey, Kythric, how are you? What's going on? And then yeah, so that's kind of my plan. So I picked some like destinations in like the PNW, and then we'll go from there. And they include, if you guys weren't here, I've said this a couple times, they include some areas that are some airports that have, I believe, have not been streamed before, like some sceneries that are part of what Orbex is doing to convert to X-Plane from P3D that they've done for Prepared, the Washington airports. What's up, Rigorian? How are you? Hope you're well. Wrestleox, good morning to you. Hope you're well too. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. What's going on? So the plan, if you guys are wondering, is we're going to kind of get ready and circle for the other side. Try to trim a bit. I need to get the inertial separator on. I should have done that earlier, but that's okay. Oh yeah, Garg. That's the hard thing with DCS that hasn't really ever like been fully fixed. It's one of those things where it can be really easy to make that mistake, and it's like sometimes it's not your fault at all. It's like really annoying. And that's just like breakdown to communication mainly, I would say, you know. And just like how, you know, how it works, how the whole systems work. Oh, I know. Thank you. But yeah, it's interesting, right? Yeah, the Rigorian, the F-15's super easy to pick up. Like, obviously, you will want to learn the, like, people say like learn air combat stuff or whatever, but it's pretty like easy to pick up in terms of just like, you know, overall stuff. Like just like it's like the skill floor is low, which is nice. I think that's why they made Flaming Cliffs way back when in the first place. Is they were like, well, Warthog is like awesome, but some people don't have like the patience for Warthog either. And we also want like to sell air combat products that are like not Warthog, because Warthog's not an air combat simulation really. So yeah. No, but Potato, I mean, like the systems that are modeled in Flaming Cliffs 3 are very like very, very, very low end compared to Warthog. So like what I mean is that the skill floor is very low. Like the starting bar is very low in comparison right now. What's up, APX? How are you? Yeah, I've heard about it, Potato. I heard about it. I'm not sure like if that'll be like interesting or not though. Interesting. Yeah, they talked about it like a little while back. I don't remember how far back, but it was a bit. Okay. Oh, I just heard my GPU rev up. Hopefully that's okay. You guys ever have that moment where your GPU like is like, "Hey, I want to spin up my fans," and you're like, is there a problem, Mr. GPU?" That's cool, Garg. If you have questions, let me know. Like, it's kind of like once you really get into it, it's relatively like it's one of those things where just like you kind of just remember it, but at first it's like, wow, like what am I doing? Um, and like if I went back into it like right now, I could probably just need like a little bit of. I'd probably need to read for like 10 seconds and I'd remember everything. No, Garg, pretty much everything's just bound for you, yeah. It's like the F-18 grip or whatever. I think that's what you got sent, right? It's like that. They just did it all. I don't recommend using Target because Target, like not that you need it for like the A10, but it was buggy kind of for just in general. Like it just kind of like crashed. Maybe they improved it or redid it, but I remember using Target and it just bugging out like crazy. So I don't know if you like care about that. I just thought I'd tell you though. Anyways. All right, we're sliding in, boys. This is like so chill though. I kind of like this. This, not like super serious, just like kind of, going along. I hand flew this whole thing. Like I know it's like a lot of like sloppiness. I'm just trying to figure out like my controls, but yeah, I think I just need to calibrate them again. But it's cool. I'm cool with it, No worries. By the way, we're not landing at that other airport. We're trying to come into one that's like kind of by us over here. To try and set like my pan view thing to I need to set my hat switch to have like panning on it. I don't know why I took it off. Maybe I was having a problem. So I turned it off. So we'll just come in for one of these runways. Yeah, nothing. This is not a CFI class. Nothing super serious here. Yeah, APX. I mean, it's just kind of like the name of the game, though. You kind of just get used to the fact that it's so different, I guess. It's like, at first, it's like rough, but you just kind of get used to it. Should have probably done this earlier, but it's okay. It'll be fine. Okay, so I'm only like 1,000 above. That's what I thought. I figured that I should be careful, but I wasn't exactly sure, so I know that now. Garg, I'm trying to raise the money for it. We'll see. I'd really like to because it's in San Diego and everyone says San Diego's an awesome city to do stuff in, and I really want to experience that. So I would say that I'm probably getting a little too close now. Yeah, it's probably synthetic vision. I can see it's kind of not liking that one. But yeah, it's sort of you know, I want to. We'll see how it happens. Go to Midway. Yeah, that's what is that what the San Diego Museum was called? People said there was a good museum in the city. What's up, Cheester? How are you? Hope you're well, man. There's the Space and Aeronautics Museum in Balboa Park. Ooh. Yeah, I gotta learn from you Californians about San Diego, I guess, if I get to make it down there. For sure. I gotta figure it out. It's funny, the RealSimGear guys are from there too. They're in SC, so if I make it down to San Diego, I gotta like buy them a drink or something, I guess, right? It's kind of a fair deal, you know? If you're here, RealSimGear, let me know. Go out for a drink. Hardcore. See, this is great. You guys gotta remember something. I have all these real pilots in my chat. I just do this stuff, you know, like not following the flight director, you know, like heading bug. It's just to make you, it just makes you stick around because you're pissed, you know? You're just triggered, you know? I understand, but you know, what are you gonna do? Yeah. It's too hard. I have to actually twist the knob. Hardcore. It's too hard, man. Too hard, man. Do student pilots count? No. I said no. No, because I don't see, you're not the one getting triggered. At least not now. Everyone's like, Chili, flying general aviation. I'm like, hey, here you go, man. Get a G1000? Let's freaking go, man. I'm in. I'm in, dude. All right, don't mind my random pitch up there. Trim is all sorts of effed right now. Well, the flight director is also hardcore. It's also effed up because I probably just turn it off. I'm not even like really on a flight plan at the moment, you know? Well, I'm trying to get used to it, Garg. Like, yeah, I really love the G1000 that I have
Sync
here.
rate.
But,
Sync rate.
ooh, really? Ooh, okay. Now let's try not to do anything too dumb here. Yeah, AK, it's a little scary, but we should be okay. Hopefully. Where are the landing lights? Well, we're coming back. We're going there. Kind of chilling, you know. I'm just getting my bearings. No, we're arriving, but I'm getting my bearings with my newer stick setup, where trying to get used to the inputs. It's taking time, but I'll get there. Thanks, AK. I appreciate it. Okay, maybe this time is the charm.
Landing gear.
Oh, shush up. Like, I love you too, but you don't have to care that much. We'll be okay.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Sorry about that. Trying to make this easier to see. Oh, it's the right airport. Pretty sure it is the right one. I have a relative degree of confidence it's the right airport. That aircraft nags more than my training captains. Well, hardcore, isn't that just because, you know, it's like New Zealand or whatever? Kappa? Not really. Don't take that as an offensive joke, please. I wonder, like, how the like, okay, hardcore. I know that's like there's been like controversy over the differences in standards in like certain places.
500.
But what's been going on with that in like Europe, and like is it like the same like conversations across like Europe and New Zealand and stuff right now? What's up, Leetmon? What are you talking about, Leetmon? How are you? What am I doing? I know it's weird, right? It's strange. It's weird, man. Oh, this is gonna be. I think this will be good. I think we're golden. Amazing how synthetic vision keeps you from crashing. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, one sec. Fly hard, fly hard. I've already floated.
Airspeed.
Please, please, please. Ooh, oof. Okay. All right, that was not bad. That was fine. I pitched up a little early, but that was fine. I'm happy with that, honestly. What's up, Karma Frame? This is X-Plane 11. This is the Hot Start TBM 900. So Fly Hard IQ. It's actually the Pilot Edge Helper Lua plugin. You just need Lua, but you don't need Pilot Edge at all to use it. It's great. I really like this FPS counter because it's very small. It also tells you for VATSIM if your radio's working. I don't know if VATSIM Swift or whatever does that too, but it does. It's really inconspicuous. I really like it. I really don't like the built-in X-Plane frame rate counter, and I really wish they would just fix it because I wouldn't use a Lua for it if there was a better solution. But it's just not good. I don't know. What, did I miss the GA ramp? Oh no, just cross the runway. That's fine. That's all good. Fly hard. So you just need like fly with Lua, which you probably have already. You know what I'm talking about? And it's just a Lua script called Pilot Edge Helper. If you Google it, you'll find it. You just put it in like your Luas for fly with Lua. Any texture add-ons? Karma frames. So I use Airport Environment. I think it's by Mr. X. And then I think I use the FlyJSim runway textures too. Yeah. I'm using Xvision as well, which is a really good tool. It's not necessarily like, oh, my textures are better, but Xvision's just amazing. I honestly think Xvision is one of like the best X-Plane add-ons you can, like, it's one of the few add-ons in X-Plane that's like not a plane that I really, oh, the Mr. X, thanks Christian. Yeah, I forgot that I changed them. Yeah, it's the Mr. X runways. It's the Mr. X package or whatever, Karma. I need some of those good textures while they're free, so unless I'm mistaken, they're free, so might as well get them. I'm feeling hot. That's not, I am kind of feeling hot actually, IRL. But that's more excitement than, you know. That's more excitement than anything right now. Hardcore. We don't really do 250-hour cadet pilot thing. Guys get hired 750 hours. Yeah, that makes sense, Hardcore. That's what I kind of expected you to say. I guess what I was asking more, like, I appreciate you answering that because it's like a good answer considering what I asked you. But I just meant like, obviously, like aviation authorities and like the whole safety goal is totally worldwide with aviation, but I just mean that like the conversations and like issues in certain regions might be more prevalent than others. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense. Elite mod, that plane runs a lot better than my Embraer. What airline? Oh, I just have like a private TBM livery or whatever. But yeah, 67 for the GA is pretty good. I'm happy with that. It took longer than it should have probably, but it's all good. I'm all good with that. No worries. Yeah, Karma. If you have questions about P3D though, Karma, so you said you use P3D. Oh, if you're a P3D user and you just came in and you don't have Rex products and you think you'd like to have them, We're doing a Rex is offering us to give away a bundle of products. Skyforce, Environment Force, Worldwide Airports. You just type !Rex. You just have to follow. No duplicate accounts, so don't make a second account and try to win that way, because that's happened and I've banned the account from my channel. So don't do that. I know that it's weird that I have to say that, but it's happened, so I'm just putting that out there. And then yeah, the email is you just need to give them an email so that they can give you your keys. And yeah, that's it. That's all you need to do. What's up, Mamba? How are you? Hope you're well. Thanks so much for joining us. What's up, Rail? How are you? Das freaking Igloo. How are you? I hope you're well. It's great to see you. Thanks so much. I hope you're doing very well. No worries. What's new, man? What's up, Quick Spool? Yeah, it's just !Rex. I mean, I'll check the list, but you should be good. Yeah, Rail, I got you. You're good. Yeah, we have 20 people, so you have pretty good odds. Hey, Pete. Yeah, no, not Just Dance, although it's a cool game. Just Dance is a really cool game I used to play growing up on Connect. And I played Dance Dance Revolution on the Wii. It was sick. That was sick, guys. Like 9 years ago. Like, no shit. That was sick. If you guys don't, anyone, like, you can be totally honest. I won't judge. Like, I'm being honest. Like, those games were the you know, the bee's knees when I was like 12. I mean, they still are great. I would still play them. Don't get me wrong. The only problem with like DDR is that the dance mat like causes you to stomp sometimes, so it can be loud. It's not always a great apartment game. What's up, Fester Geek? Oh, really? You would pay for it? If there's a new one, I would want that one. I would probably need a new mat too, because my mat is probably worn out. The mats get worn out. Yeah. Hardcore, it's interesting, Hardcore. If you want to talk to me more about that, like if you want to DM me about it or like have a conversation about it, I wrote a paper on that for aviation legislation, and I wrote a paper on HR 3371. If you guys don't know, that's the um basically like it's shorthand name, I guess, is like the Airline Safety Act of 2009, and that's the 1500-hour act basically after Colgan. So yeah, I know a lot about the issue. It's super interesting, super controversial still, but I am not taxiing the right way. Or am I? Am I? Almost. It's over here or something. I really need like internal lights here. What am I doing? What's up, Flyhard IQ? Process lasso. Yeah, so the thing with process lasso, Flyhard, what is your, oh, of course my brakes are hot. That happens a lot to me. What is your CPU? What is your CPU? What is your, like, what's your spec? Your main specs? Because that's kind of part of answering that question. The process lasso video I created was during the Skylake era, where a lot of people had 8 threads and not 12. Yeah, I know, Hardcore. I'll fix it. It's fine. I will fix it. It's okay. We'll be okay. Okay, can I please see? That'd be nice. Where's my dome light? Hello? Should know this. Yeah, Leetmon, it's like I said, it's super controversial. Like you can argue so many which ways, and I don't claim to know more than anyone in this chat. I'm just saying that like I can talk about it because I've done enough reading on the issue. Like I feel like I've done my due diligence to understand the perspectives on the issue at least. Like that's the thing that doesn't happen enough, I feel like I try to not get too far into an issue if I don't really know about it, but I feel like I've read so much about it, and like that's literally my major is like it's a big thing that like we come back to is that this is the topic of training. So yeah, I would say like it was arguably drastic, but in some ways like we can see the effects, right? um we see the effects 100%. I think that's really the takeaway. Like maybe it was too much, but at the same time, like look at what's happened, you know? Look at what's happened. Like now you have like one fatality in 6 years because of like an engine blowing up. That's it? Really? Like it's unprecedented, right? Like that's how I look at it as like, yeah, I understand why it's frustrating, but and that I'm not claiming that it's perfect either, like obviously. Well, it is unprecedented. I mean, it is. Like flying like obviously like, I'm not saying like it's foolproof, nothing is, or that, it's there needs I think the biggest thing about the whole 1,500-hour thing, and whatever the is that there needs to be more pathways to flight training for people, because the amount of money that universities that offer flight programs try to gouge their students is just ridiculous. I think that's the biggest problem, is that the scholarship money that normally would apply to people doesn't apply to aviation because it's not STEM. So it doesn't apply, etc. Like I was gonna get we have a scholarship in Washington called the Washington State Opportunity Scholarship, and I qualified for it on every regard except the major. I would have gotten like a bunch of free money, but I just wasn't willing to do a major that wasn't on the list because I wanted to be in the aviation industry. And it's just stuff like that, like there's just not enough dollars for flight training money. Yeah, I mean that's Leetmon, that's the thing, right? Yeah, exactly. Especially because flight training will end up costing like, depending on, obviously like if you go to a public school and do your flight training, it's not still quite as bad because you're paying like public and state tuition or whatever. But you have to pay, like you still have to pay for flight training, and all the labs and blah blah blah. Like I know about the cost just because I'm not doing it. Like I fully understand the cost. Like I was going to go down that path before I couldn't. Go fly freight? That sounds kind of fun. Yeah, Leemon, absolutely. Isn't the Cirrus like super snazzy? Like I know about it, but isn't it considered like pretty snazzy? Alaska Airlines, Leemon, is actually not headquartered in Alaska, despite the name. It's headquartered in Seattle, Washington. Yeah, you don't have to go to Anchorage to fly for Alaska. Okay, you do know. I've had people say that before. So I just making sure, like, okay. Yeah, people have literally said like, isn't it in like Anchorage or something? Like, yeah, they fly in Alaska, but they're, yeah. That's really interesting, hardcore. Yeah, photography is always something like I've thought about doing more. Like I used to dabble in it when I was younger. I had a Nikon. I was given a Nikon D40, and I still have it. And it was pretty cool. I think it's a good camera. It's kind of old, but it's neat. It's neat, you know. Oh yeah, Leapmon. It's definitely complicated. Complicated. Do you guys know where the dome light is in here? I'd like totally forgot, honestly. It's not on the audio panel, I can tell you that. I'm holding it. It's not there. Above my head. No. That's the Cirrus pull-out button. Don't want that. It's a Cirrus parachute. It says int lights. That's just like internal lights. It's like this stuff. You know? Like all the Oh, this. Okay. Cool. What's up, Sebaster? How are you? I always forget X-Plane has an aviation flashlight. I think it's cool, but I always forget about it. All right. All right. I want to switch to the GPU. Yeah, Pete, why not, man? I have a few, but I would appreciate it. I got a Twitch hoodie for my birthday that was pretty nice. Come to my meetup. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fly down to SFO, huh? I mean, I would love to do that. I just don't want to blow money like that though. I would love to do that, but yeah, I don't know if I can excuse like a random like $300-400 excursion. I mean, it's not $300 to do that to fly there and back, but you know, food and I mean, if someone wants to bankroll me to go to a Bay Area meetup, I'm more than happy to do it. But yeah, I mean, is it a special Twitch shirt though? Like, I'm just wondering, P. Like, I'm not judging because I have a few, but I've gotten them as gifts and stuff. And I have the Discord. I got the TwitchCon shirt later from last year off Amazon because I didn't want to wait in the loot cave line. Oh, okay. Well, that's still nice though that they do that, P. I think that's really cool that they do that. That's neat. Yeah, I've seen like for other I've seen like Twitch Vancouver and Portland and stuff. They do like some cool stuff. I need to go to so there's a Seattle Twitch meetup and I need to go to it. The problem is Seattle for me is like 3 hours. So I'm like, it's kind of far, you know? Like I should just do it though one time. The problem is it's on Saturday, so I'd have to like move a stream to like a different day. But I think that's okay. Maybe I should just do it and meet everyone. Oh, you do, Pete? That's funny. You could probably like donate them or something. Oh, Sea Dog, you will? If you're saying like if I was going to be in Seattle, you would want to like do something like go out or whatever. Hey, I have my airplane job. I'm arguing for the kid or adult that wants to pick up this career. Yeah, Elite Mongoose. We actually have a community member who was a lawyer and realized that he wanted to fly planes. And I think he's super brave and awesome for that. Like, I think it's really. Did you guys agree with this? Like, it's really scary, but also like really awesome when people like give up security in their life to go and like pursue like what they actually want to do in life. Um, well, Pete, yeah, I mean, it's also that it costs me $100. It's not okay. I should clarify. It's not just that it's far away. Like I have to like get over there too. Like it's like 100 miles. But like maybe I should just do it. Like that's why I haven't done it. Like if it was like if Seattle was like closer to me, I'd probably do it like all the time or like every month or whatever. But I should probably just do it before school starts again. We'll have time, more time. Hey Igloo, yeah, what's up? I have a question for anyone who knows about components. I need to know if I should get additional memory. Um, Wait, so you have DDR3 or DDR4? Igloo, what kind of like board do you have? Go once. Okay, P, okay. I'll bring my PC with me. Wow, Sea Dog, really, man? I mean, I appreciate your support, but I didn't think that you were paying for tech support. No offense. I don't mind helping, but like, oh man, that's funny, man. Wow, -6 rail? That is nuts. My cardiologist was an investment banker. Wow, so they were making bank probably, and they were like, screw this. I care more about the job I'm in. That's really cool, yeah. Hey, Sebastian, like, I mean, it probably helps too. Like, he probably makes passive income off of the money he made as an executive. So it probably partially makes up, you know? Like, you can, if you had, like, if you have passive income, it's easier to make that decision. Like, oh, well, okay, I'm not, like, I'll be fine for retirement because I have passive income, you know? Um, it's pretty easy to do that. Yeah, guys, if you want to get in, I'm gonna roll in a bit for the Rex giveaway. But if you wanna like, if you want to get into that, feel free to enter that now. Yeah. So feel free to enter that giveaway. It's exclamation Rex, and we're gonna. Rex is offering. What's up, Aaron? Thanks so much for Aaron. If you're in the stream, thanks for joining the Discord. Drail, thanks for joining. I want to say like the Twitter has been great recently, so thank you guys for Twitter stuff. It's been neat. Uh, it's been neat to have like just like new people come in and like hang out and stuff. It's been like really cool. Also, hardcore, no, but I'll check before I roll just to make sure like everyone who's in wants to have a shot has a shot. Like you can just like ask and I'll check. But like if you type exclamation Rex, it worked. Like if you're following, basically you're eligible. Is what like the rules are. Basically, that's all it is. But yeah, this giveaway was supposed to happen a while ago actually, but I intentionally waited to do it because I wanted to pair it with this announcement about the RealSimGear G1000 partnership. So that's why I waited. And the tour and stuff. That's why I waited, because I thought, well, let's just do this together. I think it makes more sense, you know? Because like maybe more people will be around to get a shot at it. That's what I was thinking. But yeah, like I said, I'll get those cables, those USB cables. So this will be like you saw me clicking more because each of these displays. So let me try to explain like what I was trying to explain earlier, but I was hand flying, so I didn't want to. So each of these displays, right? There are two cables. Maybe I can show this without like doing anything stupid. Let me see. There are like 2 cables in the back. Maybe you can see it on this one. And like there's 2 USB ports. So you like what basically they use 2 Arduino boards or something like that for like the whole thing. And I think they accidentally sent me only 2 cables. And so that's why only part of the buttons and stuff works on both of them right now, because I don't have the they're USB-B cables because they're like right angle cables. So yeah, so that is what happened. But they're coming Monday, so I'll have like the full everything will like be fine then. I'm just like explaining what happened in case you guys didn't hear that earlier. Hey Nico, how are you? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for stopping by tonight. So Nico, so the announcement is that um I worked with RealSimGear and they sent us a G1000. So we had the G1000. So we're gonna do some like general aviation tour stuff. So we're starting in Washington. So we went to Spokane tonight. And yeah, Nico, but I just want to make sure like they're gonna come Monday, it'll be fine. What cable's this? This one? Where my finger is? This plugs into the audio panel, goes into the back of the either one of these. Yeah, that's what the audio panel plugs into. It's not supposed to look like this. Like this is supposed to go in between these, but they accidentally sent me the wrong. It's not a big deal. Like I'm not even like, please don't take this the wrong way. They sent me like 2 slightly different mounts. So like these have to line up. What's supposed to happen is you're supposed to screw. Actually, I'll just grab it and show you. Let me see if it's like right here. That was the big. I mean, Nico, the big announcement. But I'm also doing a tour. I'm doing so I'm starting in Truth like Washington stuff, and then I'm going to there's like some airports that are being converted from I have a couple like Orbex beta airports too in this tour. So like we're gonna like use the G1000 a bunch and like fly around Washington for a bit, and then we'll probably expand out from there. So we'll go to a different yes, Chili Mike. It's definitely Chili Mike. You can definitely get the full view on that. So what I was trying to explain with the audio panel is that basically like this is supposed to go in here, like obviously like not like this, but there's these like screw holes that go on. Oh, it's probably you can't see that now. So there's these screw holes, and you're supposed to screw it in between the unit, like in between the PFD and MFD. But the stands have to be the same size, they're the same height. Otherwise, it doesn't really work because these aren't like they're spaced at the same spots. So I think I just need to get them to send me like one or the other matching height stands, and then it'll like I just pop it out and put it in the other stand, and then I can put the audio panel in the middle like it's supposed to. But it's such a minor thing overall. Like the audio panel is really cool, don't get me wrong. It's just that it's not super important. So I figured I'll just work as normal and then like get it fixed. I got 2 brand new AAA batteries. Hey, Nico, you know what? I'm looking forward to it, man. But, yeah, Nico. Thanks for stopping by, man. I appreciate it. AK Corton, this is, Spokane. It's just night. I'll make it daytime so you can see. I'll make it daytime so you can see. It's like a wet airport. It's like a gateway airport. It's not bad, though. Definitely not bad. Is the Rotate MD80 good? Yeah, a lot of people like it. Good, yeah. Good. A lot of people like it. I know you're trolling, Nico. So Nico, did you get my text, by the way? I asked you if you want to talk about TwitchCon because you said you were going, and I'm trying to. So if you want to like figure that out, let me know. But I know you've been busy, so like no problem. I just figured since you were here, I would, poke your brain for a minute. No, this is Spokane, like Washington State. This is like the Pacific Northwest, aka Corton. But yeah, the Rotate MD80 is probably considered one of the best add-ons for X-Plane. That's what I do for a living. I troll people and I laugh about it. Yeah, Nico, I sent you Spokane. Yeah, people call it Spokane all the time. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay, Nico. I just sent you a message about TwitchCon. I'm trying to go, so I just wanted to. If you said you were going, so I figured you'd want to like try and do something, figure that out or whatever. And I mean, if I make it, like it's okay if it doesn't work out, but I'm trying to because people say, wait a second, what's up, Jeff? Hello. Jeff, it's been a while. Thank you so much for the tier 2 resub of 23 months. That's super kind of you to do. Can I get some hype in the chat for Jeff with the 23 months? Thank you so much for the 23 months, Jeff. I really, really, really appreciate it. Welcome back. Not the tier 2 at that. Thank you so much, Jeff. Hope you're well, man. What's new? Yeah, Garg, it was not bad, right? More than you would expect anyway. Hey, Jeff, I've been good. Yeah, we had kind of a bigger announcement tonight. Sea Dog, thanks for gifting a sub to Nico. Nico, enjoy the emotes. Thanks for all this. Thank you guys for all the subs tonight. RealSimGear dropped a 10 gift sub too. Like, thank you guys so much. I'm pretty sure we well passed the 100 subs. Yeah, thank you guys so much. Like, that means a lot. It really does. It like, seriously. But yeah, Jeff, been good, man. We got hooked up by RealSimGear with a G1000, so we're gonna do some GA stuff. We're gonna kind of go around tourist Washington and then go from there. I'm not saying we're only flying in Washington. I'm just saying that's kind of like where I figured it would make more sense to start, and then we're going to go from there. Thanks, good. That's what people say, but it's not the intention. I do want to get a Shure SM7B someday, but it's not really worth it's not a super priority, so that's why I haven't done that yet. All right, so I'm gonna do one last call if you just came in and you're interested in the Rex giveaway. We're giving Rex is offered to give away or to let us give away a bundle of Skyforce, Environment Force, and Worldwide Airports. So you just type !Rex. You make sure you're following the stream, and then I will pull a name, and then you just have to send me your email address. Don't put it in chat. You can just like Discord DM it to me, or you can email it me my business email. That's okay. Or you can Twitch whisper me. Just like send me an email so I can give it to Rex, and then they can send you your keys for those products so you can use them. Nico, I thought you were pissed about Environment Force or something. Although, Nico, I don't know, did you get Worldwide Airports ever though? It's pretty cool for like if you want to go to a place that doesn't have scenery. It's kind of nice, you know? Makes it not as bad. Nah, Nico, it's all good, man. Okay, I don't know how I got through 3 hours on one bottle of vitamin water. That's a surprise even to me. That's a big surprise, man. Yeah, Jesse, I need a vitamin water emote. That's what I've been stuck on. These lemonade vitamin waters are like my life. They're just so good. Like, I don't drink soda really, like barely ever at all. Even when I go out, I barely drink soda. And if I drink soda, it's probably like legit soda, like not like Coke. It's like usually if I drink soda, I'm gonna drink like Have you guys ever, I'll show you guys something relevant. Some of you are from like the Pacific Northwest in my chat, but maybe, or maybe actually more people know about this. I get these every once in a while. Nico, you're giving away yours. I don't know if you guys know about Jones, but they're from from Washington, where I am, and I get these every once in a while, and like these are really good. I don't buy them often, but this is kind of like the best like legit soda where I live. So I don't, like I said, I don't drink them often, but like I don't drink soda very often, so I need something that's not pure water so I don't get tired of drinking water. Sponsored. Honestly, if Jones wanted to like do something, it would be fun. Yeah, Jones, the flavors are nice. The orange one's my favorite, I think. I think the orange one's my favorite though. There's like a lot of really good ones though. Oh no, Nico, I'm saying because like you can get the sugar ones like you have. Like I know you have the sugar ones, but like what I mean is most people say Coca-Cola, they mean like corn syrup Coca-Cola, and I try to avoid drinking non-sugar Coca-Cola as much as possible. You know what I mean? That's why I say that like I don't normally drink pop when I go out, because like most places don't have like the legit Coca-Cola. You know, like they won't give you like, they'll just give you like the normal crap. That's why. Mexicola? Is it literally called Mexicola? I've drank in like Mexican, like isn't it called Jarritos or something? I thought it's called like Jarritos. I've tried it once. It was all right. Do you find the rainbow keyboard effects distracting? No, not really. Like hardcore, like I just kind of like, I'm not really like, I'm focused on chat and everything else isn't really like, I can turn it off pretty easily, but yeah, I don't really it doesn't really distract me. Yeah, you're talking about Jarritos? No, you're talking about Mexicola. What is this? I've never seen this before. Mexicola. The Drink Kings. Oh, it's a recipe? It's not a drink. Oh, it's a drink. I just turned 21, so you have to forgive me. Yeah, I had Mexican Coca-Cola. Yeah, it was really good. I've had it before. It's just that I'm saying when you go to restaurants, it's rare that you get Mexicola, which is why I say normally Coca-Cola is not legit, because unless it's Mexicola, it's gross to me. I personally turn off effects on my keyboard. It uses CPU. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't think about that. Yeah, Mexicola is like not bad. Garg, you aren't going to many Mexican restaurants then? Well, no, it's just that Garg, it's that when I go to a Mexican restaurant, I normally don't want to drink Mexicola. Like I would get like Jarritos, or I'd get like I usually just get water, honestly, at restaurants. What's up, Braxton? How are you? But yeah, like like Garg, we have them, but normally like I just get water anyway. Yes, hardcore. That's what we're talking about. That's like legit Coca-Cola. That's like the actual Coca-Cola, man. I think the only soda that I would actually drink, there's like two flavors. There's like two flavors that are not bad, that aren't like Mexicola, that are like, we're talking about sugar soda. There's cranberry Sprite is like actually good, but it's a holiday only drink. And then there's I mean, I like Sierra Mist, but like I don't get it very often. And then the other one is Baja Blast Mountain Dew is pretty good too, but I don't drink it much because like I said, I when I was a kid, I drank a lot of soda and I was like, oh no. I didn't want to keep drinking it. Yeah, Caribbean, yeah, for sure. I want to someday. I'll probably do that. I need to try that, Nico. I've heard it's really good from other people too. I saw it when we were in there together too. It looked interesting. Mountain Dew. No, but it's only the Baja Blast that I will drink, and I don't drink it often. I drink like if we get like a half rack, I'll just drink like one of them. I don't drink soda very much. I like I have to be in the right mood for it, and usually like I kind of crash on it too. Caffeine doesn't affect me that much, but sugar does sometimes. It's a lot. The only Mountain Dew that can tempt me is if I'm in the Taco Bell drive-thru. Yeah, that's what I mean, Jesse. The like frozen Baja Blast Mountain Dew is like really good. Like shaved ice Mountain Dew. Yeah, Nico, it looks really good. If I get back out there to your place, I should try and get some of that so I can taste it. Coffee puts you to sleep? That's strange. Is that possible? Hawaiian shaved ice? Ooh. You guys are talking about all of the best drinks. Fountain Dew? You can't get that Mountain Dew, yeah. Yeah, well, you can get it at Walmart, but only in cans. Like, you can't get, like, you can only get Baja Blast in, like, cans, so the freeze is, like, the best way to drink it. You drink it, then you get tired. That's interesting, Dark Bolts. Maybe you should participate in some medical studies. I wonder if that's, like, a thing that, like, some people just have with caffeine, because normally like when you talk about caffeine, people say it doesn't affect them, or they feel it and it gives them jitters, or they feel it and then they crash, or they just feel it a little. You're doing it wrong. Yeah, you're drinking coffee wrong. The normal Mountain Dew? Oh, it is it really? Interesting. I didn't know that. Alcoholic Mountain Dew is asking for a bar fight. It's like those places in Tennessee that advertise cold beer and fireworks. Those things don't belong. Yeah, that sounds really bad. I agree. Oh gosh, good. That sounds terrible. That sounds terrible. Yeah, I'm gonna roll for this Rex thing now, so I'm just gonna do one last call for that giveaway in case any last people wanna hop in to it. There's always a person, like you'll close the raffle and then someone will come in, but I'm just gonna close it because like it's been enough time. I think it's been enough time. It is all good. Oh, by the way, Ethan, if you just joined Discord, I got you in there. Thanks so much for joining. All right, I think that's it. Braxa, type exclamation Rex. No, you don't need to re-enter. All the people are on screen, but I'm just giving a last like minute for anyone else that has joined recently. That's all I'm doing. What's up, Canuck musician? Thanks for joining us. I appreciate it. No space, Braxta. No space. There you go. Agar, you got it too. All right. Any last calls? Thanks, Canuck, though. Appreciate it. All right. If there's no one else, I will close it. All right, 31. That's about what I normally get. I've gotten more for sim markets before, and it's kind of a specific giveaway, and some people have the products already, so I understand that. All right, let's do it. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? Hey, Hardcore, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for hanging out with us tonight. I really appreciate it. Oh, there is? Jesse, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't had alcoholic Baja before. All right. 3, 2, 1. Thraka Zogs, not rigged. Sub luck. Actually, there's no sub luck because you can see there's no subscriber luck. But you can call rigged if you want, but it's not rigged because you can see it's literally on the screen. Thraka Zogs, congratulations. Thanks so much for entering. Thanks for being here. Thank you all for being here tonight. I appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed the strum. I appreciate it. You guys were awesome tonight. Thanks for all the support. Big shout out to Rex for the bundle giveaway. So Thraka, send me your email address in whatever way you prefer. It can be Discord, Whisper, you know, whatever. Just get it to me and I'll let Rex know the winner's email, and if they need to contact you, they might, but otherwise they'll probably just send you the keys. That's it. What else was I gonna say? Thanks again to RealSimGear. Like, like, you guys, like, this is amazing. Like, I honestly am still like kind of blown away that they did this for us. Like, it's really amazing. Like, please, you know, big thank you to them. Thanks, and also for the 10 subs. I never expected, like, after giving us the G1000, like, never expected the 10 subs. But I really, really, really appreciate it. So big shout out to RealSimGear. Also, thanks for the other gift subs tonight. I know there were a few. So thank you guys for those. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for being here tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Sorry for like the long setup time. I was just kind of talking a bunch, but hopefully you still enjoyed that. So next time with the other two USB-B cables, I should have this whole thing completely working, so less clicking. Like I said, the thing is that I only got 2 USB-B cables in the box, and I didn't know that you needed 4. I also expected to get 4, so no big deal. Like I said, I'll get those cables, plug them in. Every button should work. So yeah, we'll continue that tour and stuff probably on Tuesday. I mean, I might stream on Monday if I'm not, you know, if I feel up to it and I'm not super busy or anything. Then I might be back on for an extra stream on Monday. You know, having more fun with you guys. Like I said, thank you so much, guys. Like, it's been awesome, and you guys like made this possible. Like the fact that you guys like watch and, you know, part of this community and on this ride with us, you know, that's why it's possible. So thanks so much, and thanks again to RealSimGear. Can't thank them enough for that. Yeah, that's going to be the conclusion tonight for me, but let's see if we can bring you guys to someone. Let me see if I can drop you guys onto someone else. By the way, guys, I'm not going to name names because, like, technically community guidelines. If you see someone that's like probably view botting, please report the channel. I it's not doing anything, but it would give me some peace of mind that people at least realize it's going on. Like, I understand that it's probably not like super obvious, but like if it's pretty obvious, like there's no chat and they just have a ton of viewers, then just like do that, because maybe eventually they'll actually like do something about it. Because it's just been happening like every day in the category. So I tweeted about it, but I'm not gonna like go any further than that. I just wanted to like throw that out there. But yeah, let's see if there's anyone that's like online to throw you over to. Jesse, yeah. Ooh. Let me see. How many of you guys are into Elite Dangerous? Maybe we can throw you to an Elite streamer. You guys are, I don't know if you're okay with that. Let me see if anyone's an X-Plane. I guess Torb is on. That's an option. Hardcore. Shroud is, I mean, I don't watch him a lot, but he is one of the big streamers that I actually think like is entertaining, that I'm aware of anyway, like regularly, you know? So yeah. Yeah, maybe I should do this. Let me just see who else is on. All right, guys. I'm going to throw you guys over to an Elite Dangerous streamer. He's on the stream that I'm on, a stream team I'm on, the Sovereignty. He's a really nice dude. So if you're interested in that, feel free to give him a follow. He's really chill, and I think you'll enjoy his stream. But if you want to head off, no worries. Like I said, you guys, thank you so much for everything. I really mean that. Like, it's cliche, but I just want to make it clear, like, it's been great. Thanks so much. Like I said, I should be back Tuesday. Maybe Monday, but probably Tuesday. But yeah, go say hi to my friend Trash Panda for me. And cheers, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you soon, all right? So take care, and I'll see you later. Bye!